Mike in the night. Transmission. Life. Neon shadows on the street. Baseline rising from beneath. Silver skyline. Hearts ignite. We awaken in my mind. Every fear just fades away when the rhythm starts to play. You don't know what's wrong, alright. You're just moving right in the night. Close your eyes, don't fight the fight. Feel it lifting you higher. When the clock hits 3, you're finally free. At 3 a.m., something's moving you. Feel it breaking through, like a wave you can't undo. At 3 a.m., let the darkness shine. We've crossed the line. Oh, Mike in the feel the bass ignite. Mike in the feel the bass ignite. Mike in the night. There's nothing you can do. Something moving you. Mike in the night. In the night. In the night. In the night. 3 a.m. feel the rise. Hands up high, no disguise. Lights are flashing, bodies sway. Truth is rising anyway. In the silence, in the fight, we come alive. Am I in the night? From the cities to the coast, from the voices they fear most. When the people reunite, we are one. Am I in the night? 3 a.m. 3 a.m. 3 When the world is sleeping, we are wide awake. I am the voice of the coming wave, across oceans, across borders, across the night. I am spoken at 3 a.m. Something's moving. Feel it breaking through. Mike in the night. We ignite. Hands in the sky. Feel the bass ignite.
Today is March the 30th, 2026. We are in the week, is this week 14? Let me just triple check here on the calendar. Yes, we are already in week 14 of 2026. Welcome to episode 644 of Mike in the Night. And we are already on season 35, episode 3. Back to back. We had an episode last night explosive Mike in the Night last night. Thanks for being here and liking and subscribing and chatting and the whole 9 yards. And now we are good. We are good. And we're good for tonight. And I'm really happy to be here for you guys. Somebody's already commenting. Toronto voted to open 3 stores, government run. Made a video about that. We predicted that years ago. And people called me fat. Anyways, guys, I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night wherever you're watching this transmission. Whether you're watching us from your condo in the sky, or your camper or cabin in the woods, or relaxing on your lazy boy, people of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It is 3 a.m., and something is moving you. And the voice of the Commonwealth, the true voice of the Commonwealth, and we've been getting callers in since 2016 or early 2015 from trends in the housing market from New Zealand, Australia, the UK, Canada, and the United States of America. Some South Africa, some from Ireland or the UK, but you know what I mean, right? But yeah, we are on fire here tonight on Mike in the Night. I'm so happy, excited for you guys to be here tonight on the 14th week of the year. Wow. And it's counting down, folks. Time ain't waiting for no one. Time is moving. All right. Interesting fact before we go into anything. Very, very, very interesting fact. You guys won't believe this when I tell you this. Going through numbers, going through graphs, figuring things out through analytics and figuring stuff out. You're not going to believe this. Remember we've been talking about controlled information distribution? We've been talking about where are all these influencers all of a sudden coming from after 2020? Why are so many influencers coming after the damage is done? The damage is done. The money laundering, the fentanyl, the pandemic was already pre-planned before 2020. Everything was already there. We warned you about all this stuff. Now, my question is, we were at this for a while. We're saying, well, why are all these people showing up after 2020? Well, USAID was one of them, and they were paying, or influencers were getting paid through AdSense and through the subsidiaries. So they didn't know they were getting USAID, but they were getting USAID. 7,001 content creators in Canada were getting U.S. tax dollars. Australia, I think it was 1,900 or 2,200 influencers that showed up after 2020 in Australia that were getting, again, U.S. aid. American taxpayers were funding a narrative in Australia. Now, I was shocked when I saw this, so I'm going to go over the numbers a few more times before I finalize it, but did you guys know that 94% of anything social media in existence, 94% of independent influencers showed up after March 2020? 94%. So what that means is 6% of us that were way pre-2020, okay? My first channel termination was in 2012. So people like us that were in this for a long time, there's less than 6% of us in existence right now. We've been all wiped out, erased, deleted. Right? Some of us managed to weather the storm and go underground to other channels and other platforms and other stuff. But we've managed to weather. But I'm so heavily shadow banned today, I can't even get 100 views with 100,000 subscribers. It's like, yeah. So it's still, but 94% after March, specifically after March 2020, influencers started popping up everywhere. And the funny thing is, they're already telling you what you already know. And the weird thing is, where the hell were these people when it mattered? When people could have prepared, when people could have organized, when people could have looked in and, you know, we're talking about, I was watching the live stream we did about mRNA being infused in vaccines by 2020 with 2017 video. Reading the ingredients and what they're going to be doing to our kids at school, adding what they're going to be adding to the vaccines. And that was 2017, 2018. They're going to pull the trigger on the pandemic. They're going to shut it down. No, they're talking about energy shutdowns and all kinds of stuff. So it's really weird how 94% right now of independent influencers make up 94% as of March 2020. Wow. And a lot of us were put in the basement. And these bigger channels that got 250,000, 500,000 subscribers in 2 years were farming us and taking our information and using it for themselves and making shirts of the shit we were talking about on here. But it all comes out in the end. All the truth always. There's going to be a very high-end AI. If I don't get totally deleted off all platforms, there's going to be a higher-end AI that's going to come out so powerful that it's going to know who quoted what took what, why weren't these, where did this originate from? And it's all going to go back to the older influencers, I still remember making videos in 2012, 2013. Chemicals in sunscreen that will kill you. Watch out. Top 5 chemicals in Cheerios or whatever. Or watch out for milk. Watch out. You know what I'm saying, right? Years and years making these videos. Look, the price of food's going to skyrocket. But nobody cared because... Was it that nobody... I guess the damage wasn't done. The damage needs to be done for someone to care. Yeah, that's what it is. There's no other reason. There's no other reasoning why how 94% of influencers... I'm getting so many reels from you guys. You guys are sending me reel after reel after... I'm getting 2,000 reels a day. And 98% of the ones you send me are all people that showed up last year. And they're just here to tell you what you'll... I don't know, man. I just don't understand. I don't understand how it works. I don't understand. It's the controlled information distribution. And you're being told what you already know. And that's that. I'll leave it at that for now. All right, let's get into a little bit of cosmetics here, guys. Welcome to Mike of the Night 644, guys. 3 a.m. and something is moving you. Guys, don't forget to email me. If you want to email me to be on the email list so you don't miss an episode, because we had an explosive episode of Mike in the Night last night. So if you guys want to email me, you're more than welcome, and I'll add you to the email list. That's all you have to ask. And guys, don't forget, viewer discretion is advised, 21 and older. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Fact check and do your own research. 18 U.S. Code, Section 2257 for Mike in the Night. And, yeah, just wanted to give my email out there because people missed yesterday's show and they were so upset. And I'm like, guys, I was on for 3 hours yesterday, but, you never told us. I'm like, I send an email out, right? And if you didn't get an email yesterday for some reason and you're on the list, re-email me. Because for some reason, 6 people have been deleted off my list for some weird reason. I don't know why. But if it's one of you guys, of the 6 people, I have a small list. I don't got a lot of following here, guys. All right, let's do this. Yep, so Zionists control the alternative social media. Yeah, so the proof is in the pudding. 94% after March 2020, all these people showed up. And I'm struggling to pay internet bills and stuff here so I can keep the show going. And these people are making 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grand a month. Oh, I need some money. I need to pay some bills. I'm just going to sell my soul. And I'm just going to tell people what they know. I'm going to misinform people. I'm going to get an agenda. I'm going to find out what I have to talk about so I could be up top. Holy shit. Really? All right. So someone saying... Yeah, Tucker and Carlson and Candace, watch my Tucker video. When my video got taken down from 6 years ago because Tucker Carlson wanted to say it. Wanted to say it. So he said it. It made headlines. And then my video, within hours, was taken down. He took my entire monologue from my video. He took down. YouTube took down from 7 years ago. The video's up showing you the screenshots of everything. So... they're doing this on purpose. This controlled information distribution is actually more real than you guys will ever fathom. So, okay. Let's go. All right. Let me just check everything seems to be working because all the chats coming in from all the different platforms. All right, let's do a quick channel plug and we're going to be doing some headlines for you guys. All right, guys, if you want to buy your boy a coffee, go ahead and do it right here. I'm going to send you a link, give you a link. Here you go. Paste. Boom. If you want to buy your boy a coffee, and if you're watching this on replay, you should find it in the description. And another congratulatory thing, we brought it up last night. I'll bring it up again. Our channel here got verified. So we got verified. What changes happened? Nothing. I'm still getting, I don't know, where videos. Where are my videos here? Where are my videos? I'm still getting 36 views, 54 views, 100 views, 197 views. Not getting much of any views anymore. But I got verified. Well, thank you for that. And Facebook. Facebook is on fire. Holy shit. 6-7 million views a month. Thank you, thank you, Facebook World, for sharing my stuff and getting it out there. Thank you, Facebook World, and thank you, Instagram. And if you guys want to go to war, you guys go to Threads. You boys and girls, you guys go to Threads. Let me see if I could find here. All right, so there's Threads right there. Oh, boy. You guys want to go to war? You go here to Threads. Holy... If you read some of the comments that people post on here, some of them have nothing here. But if you catch the comments that people leave on here, oh boy, do they hate me on Threads. It is just vulgar. People calling me everything in the book. It's if you want to go pick a fight with somebody, go on Threads. You'll have leftist what is it, Tardo? Leftist Tardos. That's what Craig Cook said last night. And guys, I'm going to give you guys the Instagram link here if you guys want to. If you guys want to call into the show, just send me a quick message there. And TikTok. We are growing nicely on TikTok. This is really nice. And all these people are very nicely growing on TikTok. Very nice. And who cares about Rumble? I don't know what I have. I have. Oh, yeah. If you guys want to go to mikeofthenight.org, it takes you to right here. It takes you to as many episodes as we could put up of Mike and the Night are here. Now, Rumble's very interesting, guys. Why is Rumble interesting, Mike? Well, I'll tell you why Rumble is interesting. Because as of 1 year on Rumble, I got my paper, the email they send you to tell you how many subscribers, how you're doing, views. I got -8 subscribers in 1 year on Rumble. And then you got a Timmy T. Borton or Timmy Louise with wow, I started a channel today. I need some money. 250,000 subscribers. 80,000 subscribers. Now, there's a reason why I'm being shut down all these years. So we're down -8 subscribers for the entire year on Rumble. So, and guys, a system is tightening, guys. If you want to buy something for Mike of the Night, there it is right there. There it is right there. If you want to buy something, there should be a link in the description. And I was looking at this mug. This mug actually looks really nice. So if you guys want to pick up something, I appreciate it. Guys, we're only taking calls. If you called in yesterday, you're not calling in for 3 weeks. We have to balance it out. Call in once every 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Once every 3 weeks. So we can't ask about, you can't be coming in every week on the show. That's all I ask for. Come in once every 3 weeks or once a month or something. Just to balance it out, you know? If I can't get callers in, then that's fine. We can end the show early as long as I do my headlines and then I can make my videos and say, we told you so, right? The we told you so videos. That's all we're making on Mike and the Night is we told you so, right? We told you so. All right, let's get into this, guys. We got a low viewership here tonight. What's going on? Oh, low viewership across all platforms, guys. All right, we'll do our best. All right. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to join Instagram. Again, I'm not going to start a new platform with 2 people on it and then force everyone to download that platform. There's 2 billion people on Instagram. It's just much easier to get callers in and out. It's so much easier. I can't go onto a platform where some guy's using something and he's got 4 people on there and then forget it. I'm not going to force you guys to get some other platform or some other spyware crap on your phone. Instagram is bad enough, but we don't want, you know what I'm trying to say, guys? I don't want to to get into other shit, and people are saying no one uses Instagram. It's like, you know what? I do. And it works fine. We're using their technology against them is what we're doing. All right, let's get into some headlines here. Woo! All right. Let's head over to Australia. There's no guns in Australia, so what are people doing? They're stabbing each other. 3 men fighting for their life after stabbing in Western Sydney fight. So there's a fight going on. 3 men are fighting for their life after a stabbing in Western Sydney. Police said the trio, aged 30, 37, and 56, were involved in an altercation just before 3:30 p.m. Okay, in broad daylight stabbing. Now, we told you so! Stabbings and knife violence set to skyrocket in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Let's look at the data. Stabbings are going up in Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. Migrant invasion destroying communities. So I'm not sure if the guys that stabbed each other are migrants, but the guys that stabbed each other are probably pretty pissed off that they can't afford to buy food, right? So here it is right here. There's the video we made. These are recorded life crimes in the thousands, excluding Greater Manchester. This is England. So we were proxying off England that basically the world's going to become like England. Look at this. 2018, 49,000 stabbings. 2019, 52,000 stabbings. 2020, 42,000. 2021, 45,000 stabbings. And we told you that stabbings are set to skyrocket in all the countries across the Commonwealth. Because England's usually 5 to 10 years ahead on violence and bullshit, and it ends up coming through the Commonwealth eventually, right? So that's it right there. I wanted to share that with you guys right there because that is exactly what is happening here. And sorry, guys, I just want to adjust this here real quick. And sorry, I just wanted to move this dot over because it's really annoying me and it's on my chest here. All right, you see that? You guys see the background, how I do this thing just to set this up for you guys here. There it is. Okay, so that's what's going on right there. And it's going to keep going, and it's going to become a third world, right? England became a third world because they took asylum seekers or migrants in a lot earlier. They started bringing migrants in since 94, 95. Canada, the same thing. Canada closed immigration to Europe in 93. So if you came from Europe after 93, it was loopholes. You had to jump through whatever to get into Canada after 93. So at pretty much the same time, they started bringing in Chinese, Pakistani, Indians. They started coming in after, right? After 93, right? So that's your knife crime situation updates here on Mike in the Night. And all right. So let's head over to emergency lockdowns. Oh, what's this? What's this? We told you 2.0 lockdowns are coming. We were off by, 2 years, but here it is. What is energy lockdown? As war disrupts global oil supply, again, this war is all proxied out to purposefully bankrupt you. Pakistan, Bangladesh, and several other countries enforce COVID-like restrictions. Could India be next? So they're shutting everything down because in those countries, they just burn all the government parliament buildings to the ground and they just drag them out, arrest them, lynch them, whatever they do to them. And yeah, they'll do that because this is all fabricated. All this shit, it's all predicted. Everything's predicted. The whole Lebanon thing, watch Mike in the Night from last night. We told you Lebanon. We told you Lebanon. And people, you're crazy. Israel never go to Lebanon. You're crazy. That was back in 2022. The video's up. We played it yesterday for you guys. So here it is now. Just like we told you. Why? Because it's the playbook. Let's keep going here. More and more. Yeah. Will West Asia energy crisis trigger COVID-like lockdown? So in the Philippines and countries like that, people are asked to walk to work. And the world's reported losing 11 million barrels per day, which is far exceeding disruptions. Oil means nothing, guys. And we told you guys a billion times. The oil, without manufacturing plants. You see, what's happening is the manufacturing plants are catching up. So the manufacturing from oil to gas is pretty much non-existent anymore. Okay? I think Canada built its last oil to gas refinery in 1974. They closed 2 of them or 3 major ones during the Biden administration. We covered this. Oil and gas wars are coming. You can have all the oil in the world. If you can't produce the oil into gas, it means nothing. And that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. So it's catching up because the demand, people need more gas. Well, we'll close more refineries. I don't even think Australia has a refinery. Heck, I don't even think New Zealand has a refinery. And if it did, it's probably running on low capacity. And we're not getting oil in. Bullshit! You're a country. You can get as much oil as you want. Bullshit! Drill for oil. We had Craig Cook from New Zealand on. They have oil patches in New Zealand, but they shut it down. We're not going to get any oil from here. Why? Australia's got oil. Heck, Australia's stealing oil from East Timor, from Portuguese Timor. We made a documentary about it. All the oil in the world. You get oil. Venezuela has. Okay, forget it. Mexico has so much oil. But they'll be sanctioned if they start taking oil out of their ground. Brazil, lots of oil. The earth bleeds oil. We've been telling you guys this. Oh, it's a limited supply. It's going to run out. Bullshit. The earth bleeds oil. So here's the deal. You know, this is it. Countries like Iran, well, we want to get our oil and make money. Do you think America would be in Iran if their major export was condoms? You think America would be in Iran if their major export was tinfoil? No. They're in there because of the oil, and that's what it's all about in the end. Right? They want to control the energy, right? All right. Hormuz blockade. We predicted the Hormuz. We predicted it all. Blockade triggers global crisis. Pakistan, among several countries that may face energy lockdowns, will go affect India. Okay, I think we read this already, but we saw it again. And you know what this reminds me of? Episode 63 of Mike in the Night, right here. Episode 63, Mike in the Night, government misinformation via climate change. Climate lockdowns ahead. 8 years, 9 months ago. 8 years, 9 months ago. That's kind of funny, isn't it, eh? Because all we have to do is change his title to Mike of the Night, Government Misinformation Via Oil. Energy lockdowns ahead. That's all we got to do is just change it right there. Right there. You see that? Hey, look at 228 of Mike of the Night. This was November 2019. Mike of the Night 228. They'll pull the trigger on a pandemic. Worldwide riots as the world burns. Yep. Climate lockdowns ahead. Look, it's in your head, zombie. Worldwide protest. The Raven was on this show. April 29, 2017. Agenda 2020 is coming. It's all bullshit, guys. Don't believe everything they tell you. Don't take sides. That's what I'm preaching. Yep. Dino Bravo's got it right. The world's full of oil. Full. All right. So let's start off with a little bit of war talk here. Trump threatens to blow up desalination plants if no deal is reached. So what Trump is going to do is going to take out the water. And who's going to get affected? The people on the ground, the innocent people that need water to live, are going to be destroyed. They're going to have no water. Because desalination takes the salt out of the water and you can have water to drink, right? It isn't the best water because it doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it. But it's still water, right? Now they're going to blow that up. See, that's why I keep telling you, don't take sides. Like Benny Hill used to say, don't assume because you're going to make an ass out of you and me. So he's going to be targeting if the deal's now. What deal? What's the fucking deal? Iran needs to start selling back in US dollars? Is that what it is? Because Iran sells in rubles and yuan. And that obviously becomes a problem. Again, we wouldn't be in this problem if Iran's major export was condoms. This wouldn't be happening today to Iranians, right? Reports, Trump weighs sending U.S. forces to seize Iran's highly enriched uranium stockpile. Bullshit! Bullshit! Iran has never had... If Iran wants a nuclear bomb, Iran is a country. It can get a nuclear bomb tomorrow. It doesn't need to make a nuclear bomb. They'll just get a nuclear bomb tomorrow. Oh, the big boogeyman. Oh, Iran's got rich uranium. Who is doing the aggression? America is. America's doing the aggression. Who do you fear more to have a nuclear bomb? You guys seeing what's going on here? Oh, the Iran, this. And we've been telling you for years. Look our videos. There's no uranium fucking nuclear bomb shit they're doing. And if they wanted one, they could have one. The technology is like over 50 years old. It's bullshit. They're bullshit and you don't want the stockpiles of enriched uranium. So fucking what? Complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. Spain closes airspace to U.S. planes involved in war with Iran. And here's our gas energy video. Fuel shortages 2.0. We warned you guys about this. It's all being done on purpose. So let's just play it here real quick. Here we are, folks. 1973 2.0. Fuel shortages happening. I'm getting images. I was at a gas station just right now. They have 2 pumps wrapped up. I said, hey, what's wrong with the pumps? They broken? Oh, there's no gas in them. So we're starting to see fuel shortages, and the fuel shortages are starting to hit all local gas stations around, and people are sending me images, and we talked about this last night on Mike in the Night, and people are reporting where they're seeing gas stations that have no fuel and sending us photos with 0 instead of a $sign on the sign. Why is this happening? We have all the oil in the world. We can make all the gas we want. But here's the problem, and we warned you guys about this for so many years. Fuel wars are coming. Energy wars are coming. Why? Because, well, we set back and we stop refining oil into fuel or processing oil to make fuel, diesel, gas. Oh, we want to be green because Canada wanted to be green. So how is Canada going to build its economy? What are we backing on our economy on if we're not going to be using oil and we have so much oil? What are we backing it on? Real estate. And we warned you guys that Canada is backing its economy and GDP on real estate. The Chinese money laundering, $2.4 to $2.6 trillion laundered from 2010 all the way right through to March 2024. 2.4, 2.6 trillion of Chinese money laundering. And we're looking into the farmland that's on U.S.-Canada border that the Chinese own. We're looking into that too. And this created artificial shortages and bidding wars. Now you can't afford to live in your house because it's overvalued by 80, 100, 300, 4,000%. Now you can't even get fuel for your car at a reasonable rate right now. And fuel shortages, and we have to go through black market petros, and you're going to have to deal with siphoning and all kinds of stuff happening because we're going to energy wars. And the next to follow is the food wars. And then the water wars are next. Just like we've been warning you all these years. Canada was dependent. We're going to go green. We're going to stop making fuel. Canada has enough of its type of oil to make so much diesel fuel that we've been paying 50 cents a liter for diesel fuel. But we want to go green. And that's what they did when they went green. They cut back on it. You can have all the oil in the world, but if you can't manufacture it into fuel, it means nothing. And that's what's happening right now. And it's going to get worse. And it's all engineered and manufactured to screw you and destroy you. Now you can't afford to live because you have to compete with Chinese money laundering in the trillions. Your kids are addicted to fentanyl. That comes from China too. You walk into government facilities and everything, all foreigners working there to replace you. So that's what's happening, and it's going to get worse. Energy wars, mark my words, energy wars, then the food wars, and then the water wars. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken. Here we are. There he is. There it is. What a good video. Just like Iraq. Oh yeah, we did a short there with the Iraq of weapons of mass destruction video too, comparing it to what's happening in Iran, right? Yeah. Yep, Mike. Fuel, food, water is in that order, says Dino Bravo. We need Dino Bravo to make an appearance here on Mike in the Night. I miss him. I want to talk to Dino Bravo. He's got a lot of things going on. We're going to get him on the show. We got Elizabeth, our correspondent there in Toronto. Okay, good. So we got Elizabeth, our correspondent. We're going to get her on the phone in a few minutes. We're just going to go through this. Just a few more headlines here. Get used to a new regional order, IRGCs, Quid commander tells Israelis. Then we got the U.S. wants talks with Iran, but not peace. Again, they're going to prolong this war. And U.S. military buildup near Venezuela sparks fear of regime change. What happened to the puppet they put in? What happened to the puppet they put in? Huh? All the gold from Venezuela now is going to America. We covered that too. Who are they going to put in now? Well, Venezuela's free now. It's free. Right here is free. Right? 2 fucks to the face. It's free. Fucking idiots. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on here. They're all fucking... I can't believe how many people are out to fucking lunch. All right, intermission time. Oh, how I miss Toronto. Everybody's asking me and emailing me about this song. And what's really strange, the song has 200 views on it. But everyone's talking about this song. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a few minutes long. I'm going to play it one more time for you guys on tonight's show. I played it on last night's show. So don't tune out. Just take a look at it. It's a nice video I made. I wrote the song. AI helped me make the song. So I want you guys to... There's one damaged image in the video, so no one panic when you see this. So here it is, folks. I hope you enjoy it.
Where did the see any lights to those endless summer nights. Oh, miss old Toronto.
I don't think it's coming back. This time, Young Street.
Oh, it ain't coming back. Canada's done. Canada is done. So, yeah, somebody in the comments asked if this Mike guy took the vaccine. Are you out of your fucking tree? We told you it was going to come. We told you they're going to force everyone on the vaccine back in 2018, and 2019 for depopulation purposes. We played the video yesterday, and then we had to go underground on bullshit platforms and no one could find us. And then get doctors, vaccinologists, all kinds of people on telling us how dangerous this shit is. Fuck, we made a video back in 2018. We're gonna put mRNA in our fucking vaccines by 2020. Well, someone's asking if I took the fucking vaccine. Fucking retarded, man. All right. Here goes. Yeah, Sam the Record Man. Yeah, man, I miss those days. Man, I miss walking by there. Okay, we got... I'm going to get Elizabeth on in a few seconds here. And adult conversions soar in dioceses across the U.S. So the National Catholic Registry contacted all 175 Latin Rite territorial dioceses in the United States seeking numbers of people planning to join the Catholic Church in 2026. More and more people, like we've been saying, are going to open their arms to God. And, of course, in Canada, they're always anti-Catholic, anti-Christian. An Alberta man wanted MAID. Instead, he died in a Catholic hospital, waiting to be transferred. See, if this was a First Nations hospital, they wouldn't mention it being... They would say in a hospital. If this was a government hospital, whatever, they would just say hospital. They wouldn't mention anything else. If it was a Muslim hospital, they would say hospital. They will never say Muslim. But for Catholic, they're always against the Catholics. Always blame the Catholics, the people that actually came and built this fucking country. Who do you think the Irish, the Dutch, the Italians, who the fuck do you think those guys were? Fucking Catholics that came here and built this shit. So, fucking bullshit. I wish I could go back in time, go to my dad in Portugal and say, don't fucking come to Canada. Stay in fucking Portugal. Don't fucking come here. Don't come and work on the sky. Don't come here and work on any of this shit. Let them figure it out. And federalization of food stores. So we got... Okay, so let's talk about the federalization of food stores. That's making... I guess it's making headlines now. But we already told you about this a long time ago. Folks, the city of Toronto has announced a federal food store, a city food store, a government-run food store. And what did we tell you? It was coming. We told you they're going to have to start federalizing food. They're going to federalize it at first to make it seem like it's affordable. They're going to federalize it at first to make it seem like the big corporation isn't going to rob you. That's how it starts. And then the governments are going to start buying out the existing grocery stores when they start to fail. And then, collectively, raise prices across the board. That's exactly what's going to happen, and that's what they're going to do. We told you they were going to federalize food. People called me fat. But here we are. I'm still fat, but the federalization of food stores are happening. It happened in Chicago last year. We covered that. But we've been covering it for years, letting you know that they're going to be federalizing the transportation, the logistics, everything in the food. Who remembers the video I made 10 years ago? It's still up. Price of food doubles in price, but oil goes down to almost $20 a barrel. They've been lying to you guys, manipulating, frauding, price fixing. Why? Because they want the control on everything, right? If we manufactured our own fuel in our own countries, and we had like one fuel manufacturing plant in every province of Canada and one in every state of America, gas would be 10, 20, 30 cents a liter. But they're doing the same thing with food. They told us for the longest time that food keeps going up because the price of oil keeps going up and manufacturing and transporting the food goes up. There's a video from 10 years ago when I was reporting in 2016. Price of oil dropped, but food goes up. My food doubled when the price of oil was going down to 25 a barrel. 25 a barrel or 20. And look at that. The food still doubled. And they kept blaming it on food. They kept blaming on oil going up, the price of food going up. They are price fixing. They're doing this on purpose, right? And somebody said in the comments, this is the order of cities, 25 cities to open free food stores, federalization of food. On May 27, 2025, we actually published a video explaining and breaking down the numbers of what cities are going to be getting food. And I think I'll wrap it up by saying here, gas would be 10, 20, 30 cents a liter. But they're doing the same thing with food. They told us for the longest time that food keeps going up because the price of oil keeps going up and manufacturing and transporting the food goes up. That was a lie. Because 10 years ago when oil was approaching 20 bucks a barrel, oil went to almost 20 bucks a barrel, but what happened? The price of food doubled. Because they got to make the revenue somewhere. They got to rip you off somewhere. Anyways, here it is, federalized food stores coming to a city near you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken. Here it is right there. And, I got some good migrant updates for you guys. Thank God they're bringing these people in. There you go. Afghan asylum seeker jailed for raping 12-year-old girl after 4 months in the UK. Why are they letting these people in the country? They don't have skills. They don't attribute to anything. They're not going to affiliate or assimilate with the local culture. They won't even learn the language. Why are these people coming here? Or in the UK, that's the UK. What are they doing here? Like, why? When I was living in Toronto with my dad and my mom, my dad would go somewhere. People in public servants will ask my dad, what are you doing in Canada? Well, I'm from Portugal. We're building the Sky Dome. That was back in 87. Well, are you going back to Portugal? What are you doing in Canada? And then all this shit about the people building the fucking country. Then you have this fucking rat shit coming in and nobody fucking questions it. Fuck you! Fucking shit. Oh, yeah, you want more? Here's some more here. This is coming out of Los Angeles. Man exposes himself, rubs his genitals on woman's ear at Los Angeles Whole Foods grocery store. I'm not going to play the video for you guys because I don't want to get suspended, but there it is right there. Authorities are searching for a man of Indian descent. Right here, Indian descent. Exposing himself, approaching a woman, kneeling, she was kneeling and looking at items on the lower shelves. The man unzips his pants, exposes himself, and rubs his genitals on the woman's ear. Yeah. You see? Yeah, let's bring this fucking shit in here. And the people that built the fucking country are fucking garbage. That's how this fucking country is gonna burn to the ground. Fucking shit. And let's go back to Soylent Green. Go back and watch our Mike in the Night episode, Soylent Green. That was in 2021. I think it was a 2021 episode of Mike in the Night. U.S. state advances plan to use dead people for human composting and food supply. And here it is. Oklahoma advances bill to turn dead humans into actual fertilizer. The Oklahoma State House on Tuesday passed a bipartisan bill that would make it legal to use decomposed and ground up remains of human corpses as soil fertilizer in the states. And the legislation is HB 3660. And it seeks to include the so-called natural organic reduction NOR. So I don't think we covered this, but we did cover the Soylent Green and how you're going to be eating people, right? So, yeah. So, all right, we got, so we got our friend Elizabeth on the ground in the hospital in Toronto. So if you remember 2 Mike in the Nights ago, her friend got admitted to the hospital. He wasn't feeling well. And he's been absolutely scared to go to the hospital because of offering him MAID. Now, he refused to take a swab test for COVID. Yes, COVID. It's March 30th, 2026 today, and they're want to stick something up his nose. Now security is all over the place, is on them. They put him in an isolated room. I'm not making this shit up. Let's get her on the phone right now. Hopefully she could pick up for us right now and tell us what the hell is going on.
Hey, Mike.
Yo, Elizabeth, how you doing?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Hello.
Hey,
Here's Leo and I.
hey, Leo, how you doing? Hold on a sec. I'll just put you on the. It's okay to put you on the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
I look bad.
Sure, who cares?
All right.
Okay.
Well, okay. So, are you doing okay? First and foremost.
Well, first of all, I'm doing okay since I got here. It took 6 days, so I'm getting better. Swelling has reduced drastically. It's only my left hand that's kind of like tender, and my knee.
So,
Where? Here. Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
around
And
here.
my knee, it's filled with a bit of fluid. They're gonna take a sample tomorrow and go from there. It's one last thing to do before I'm allowed to go home with about 3-4 days. Hopefully sooner.
Please isolate.
I'm isolated.
You're isolated. So they
Yeah.
isolated you in a Toronto hospital. Why?
No,
So
Mississauga.
he didn't
Mississauga.
want to take the COVID swab up the nose.
Yeah, and the lady there started arguing with
She
me.
started debating with
Yeah.
them. That
So
it,
she wanted
it
you. So the
did
lady
have-
working there wanted you to take
the nurse.
a thing up the
Nurse.
nose to check for COVID. Did they
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that COVID was a hoax and that it was just a joke or
Yeah,
not a
but-
joke?
No,
It was
they
just
A lot
said
of
that-
people don't
They
get
said
it.
that they carry dead bodies in
Yeah,
bags.
she was arguing.
During-
Oh, I carried dead friends.
Well, how come
and
we can't find
bodies.
any of this proof? Because they were saying that the hospitals were overloaded and there was nowhere to park and people were dying in the hallways and
Yeah.
the hospitals were all empty. So
No, there was no such thing.
there's no, it's all bullshit. So
Yeah.
so they're carrying out bodies. Yeah, the people that they put on vermenosol or remrosol or whatever that chemical was
Yeah.
that they were putting on people that were dying on ventilators. Yeah, they were killing people. Yeah.
Exactly, Mike.
Exactly.
So they isolated you, and have they come around asking you
Oh,
for?
they isolate. Wait a minute. They isolated him with no symptoms.
Zero.
There's no vomiting. There's no,
Yeah.
like fever.
Nothing was
No
going on.
coughing. But I got pissed off because I told the nurses straight up that Leo doesn't have the symptoms, but others are coughing, vomiting during the night, and they're not isolated. What's up with that?
Yeah, but that's how it works. Because when you debate with them, they want to be the winners, and they'll go out of their way to make sure your stay there is very unpleasant as possible. Because when you prove somebody wrong, that's it.
Yeah.
You're their enemy. Even though they don't learn from it, they don't learn from what you're trying to tell them. They just want
Yeah.
to.
Wow.
Oh,
Just like Kevin. Just like Kevin when he told the truth
Yeah.
and he
Put the
was
phone down.
put in jail. Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. I can see you.
Oh, just because Kevin told the truth, right? And he was going into hospitals showing that it was all empty
Mhm.
during
I
this
showed us the videos. He
2020.
went inside and everything, and other people too.
And then the poor guy got put in jail for telling the truth.
Yeah, you always
And
go to,
the C9 kicked in. It's passed.
yeah. They're gonna come from us. I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's going on with the security detail there? You guys are being chased down by
Oh,
security.
yeah.
Yeah, they showed up pretending, they're closing up
Yeah,
shop
because
here.
we're in a corner here.
Yeah.
Let me show you. We were like in a corner. I'll show you the hallway.
Oh, I
So
see it.
they came to lock that up because we're just hanging around, and they locked that one up. So we're like in a long hallway, and then we have to go upstairs to the bedroom.
Okay. I got it.
So we're in a corner doing the show with you.
Oh, right on. Well, thanks for doing that. So is it? Is the hospital? No, it looks like there's no one in the hospital. Is it just dead there?
No, they're just in their rooms and stuff.
Yep.
It's like 9:47, but
Mhm.
it's not that busy. Like people say, even the emergency area is not that busy.
Interesting. Did they ask you for
The
maid?
emer-
Did anyone come around for maid?
Not
No,
yet, no.
no.
Because
We were scared about that. Like we
Yeah.
were,
That's really scary.
Leo was already saying, no,
I put my clothes on one night. I
his
think it was
clothes on,
Thursday
he
night.
was going home yesterday.
They
Because
convinced
we
me.
were thinking that they were gonna mention what you just said.
yeah, they're gonna come around with the maid because
Yeah,
because
of the isolation. That's
Yeah.
we put one and one together.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
isol yeah, okay, yeah, it's starting
Yeah,
to get
just
creepy.
because he refused, a few minutes later, they're putting him in a different room. We're saying, what the heck?
But
And they wouldn't tell us why.
did they
And
do
then
the
I
same
found
thing?
out from another nurse.
But did they do the same thing to anyone else and stick that up their nose?
No,
We didn't see
no,
anybody else. No.
no, and they're coughing. The other people are coughing and vomiting during the night, and Leo has no symptoms.
Zero.
This is
What a
really
predicament.
And the other ones are not being isolated. They're staying in rooms with other people. Like
Yeah.
it's like what you said.
I
If you
should've just
stand up
lied.
for your right,
I should have just lied that I
then
took the shot.
You should have told him you took 16 vaccines.
Yeah.
16.
You should
Oh,
say, I
you're
took
fine.
16.
Yeah.
No, you should tell them when they ask you.
New crew, come on, what?
Well, I know you guys. Okay, I know you guys are I know you guys are Christian Catholic, just
Yeah.
like me. I know you're just like me. We're both
We're just
we're all
Catholic.
Catholics here.
Was.
But next time when they ask you, and I'm going to teach you something, and you're not lying, okay?
Okay.
When they ask you, did you take a vaccine? How many vaccines have you taken in your life? 14, 12?
12.
About 12 in your whole
Something
life.
like that.
Your whole life, right?
The whole load.
Okay, so when someone asks you, have you taken a vaccine? You say, no, I've taken 12. Because you have. You're not lying.
Yeah.
I've taken some at birth or whatever, but you know what I mean, right? You're not
True,
lying.
yeah.
So they're not asking you specifically, did you take a COVID vaccine? They didn't ask you that. They asked you if you took a
No,
vaccine.
you're
No.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
So next time you say, yeah, I took 12 vaccines.
Yeah. I took a load.
Yeah. You could say
I
2
don't
or 3
remember how
so it
many.
doesn't seem too suspicious, but you're not lying.
Yeah. Okay.
So just do that going forward. You don't have to just say, yeah, I took a vaccine, of course.
For now on.
Yeah. So are you feeling better? So you were diagnosed with type 2 diabetes?
Nothing whatsoever. They're doing
No, now
tests
they're
for a couple of
testing.
days.
They're testing his
And
sugars.
it's like
now.
6.5. It's not much to worry about.
The issue here is the inflammation in the hands and
Yep.
his knee. So he's walking very little, right?
A little because of my right knee.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now they have to find out like any services that he needs at home.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, because his mobility is not that good.
You have a
He
lot of
needs
stairs at home?
assistance.
Pardon?
You have a lot of stairs at home?
No.
No.
1 bedroom apartment.
Okay, so you got an
No
elevator,
stairs.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're fine. Okay, you're fine.
But he needs assistance to lift up from the
No,
bed and washer.
I'm perfect with that. I'm okay with lifting.
You'll
But
be good. You got to stay
could
strong.
fall.
You know, you got a few more days. You said what, 2 or 3 days left there. Try to
Yeah.
build up the strength. You know, like start to, I don't know, put some energy. Start focusing on power, man. Power. Start getting that power back, so you can get back into your routine, get back to your life. You know.
Yep.
Motivate yourself to get back to your life.
That's right. That's what I'm doing.
That's what you got to do. Motivate. Get back to your life. Start going back to church once in a while. You know. And
That too.
But anyways, guys, I need you guys to keep me posted on what's happening with in the next couple of days. If any maid comes around or anything comes around, anything strange or abnormal happens, keep us posted here on Mike in the Night, okay?
Will do.
Yeah. All right. Get better soon, guys. Get better soon.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
Okay, Mike.
all right.
Hey,
Thank
brother.
you.
Thanks. Take care.
Take care, Mike. Take care of the chat. Be safe out there.
Yeah. Be safe. God bless you.
God bless.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. Wow. They're quarantining people in March 30th, 2026, in case you're watching this on replay. Holy shit. You see how fucked up it is to go to a hospital in Canada? I'm telling you guys. It's all socialized medicine, and it's set. Anything socialized or government is set to fail. Well, we hope our prayers are with Leo, and I hope he gets better soon so we can get back to his life at home. And we'll get him on in the next week or so and find out if he's what happened at the hospital. Right? Still has a few days left, so we can keep you guys posted. All right. Okay, so we got Dino Bravo, we got Jingles for Jesus in the house. I do my best to stay clear of doctors. Yeah, that's Sandy for Freedom. Hope you're better and discharged soon. Yep. Anyone surprised Canada's still doing COVID? I agree. Who else is here? When I served... and then we had Lenny Poo, if you guys remember, in... was it 2023? I think it was 2022. We got... Lenny Poo sent me images of her patella coming out of her leg. And she went to like 2 hospitals back and forth. And they wouldn't sew her up because she didn't take a fucking vaccine. If you guys remember that shit. And we were on Odyssey then because we got banned off YouTube for 6 months. And then we got banned on Rumble. So we were on Odyssey for that. I think it was, yeah. I have to check the episodes with Lenny Poo there. But Lenny Poo was stuck. And her fucking knee was coming apart. And she went to one hospital. I think she went to another hospital. And they told her they couldn't do nothing because she didn't take a fucking vaccine. What bullshit, man. All right. I got to keep my cool here. Got to keep my cool here. Got to keep my cool. Ooh, speaking of Lenny Poo, she donated a coffee for me. Thank you, Lenny, for the coffee. Thank you very much for the coffee. All right, let's get... You're tuning into Mike of the Night. The voice of the Commonwealth.
It's 3 a.m. in a one-stop town. Neon buzz and the world shut down. Coffee's cold, but the mic's still warm. There's a storm outside and another reform. Headlights roll down Highway 8. Folks still talking about the state of the state. Bills go up, paychecks thin. Feels like a house always wins. But there's a voice on the air tonight, cutting through that pale moonlight. Mike in the night, on the AM line. Truth coming through like a county sign. You can run, you can hide, you can close your eyes. Let you feel that moving deep inside. At 3 a.m. when the silence is broken, old guitar and the truth outspoken. No teleprompter, no token, just a man saying I have spoken. Small town farmers, city trees, trying to read through the masquerades. Paper headlines, polished lies, but you can see it in the people's eyes. Granddad said, son, stand tall, don't let fear build your walls. Mama prayed by the kitchen light, said keep your heart strong through the fight. So he turns that dial a little more, like knocking on a closed back door. Like in the night, on the AM line, truth coming through like a warning sign. You can feel it.
Lenny, how you doing?
Oh, good. Hang on, hold on. I see what happened. My headphones aren't on. Does that work?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Barely hear you. You're really low.
Okay, I'm gonna take the headphones off.
Yeah, just talk
Yeah.
on the phone like normal.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
there
way
you
better.
go.
That's way better.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so
How's it
we just
going?
mentioned you. We mentioned you in the show earlier about your problem you had with your knee. Remember?
Yeah.
That was in 2022, right?
Was it? I don't know. Time's flying. Yeah, but there was a lot of that going on, right? They had all the right to just ask you all about your shots. Here you go. Hi. What shots have you had? Kind of thing. My knees busted open. But that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. It all worked out. But yeah,
Didn't you have to
that's
go to
them.
another
That's the
facility?
system.
You went to another facility, remember?
I drove there because they made me move. So what happened is like I split my knee open, but I didn't know because somehow it didn't show on the pants that I had on didn't show. I guess, it I could see there was blood, but I didn't know how bad it was. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go. I have 5 minutes to the hospital. And I did go there. And I was scared to look because when I first looked, I could see that, yeah, this is not going to be a good thing to look at. Let's just get to the hospital. And then they made me wait. They said it would be 8 hours to get served, right? And they hassled me about all kinds of vaccines. Remember, those were in the day. They put me at the back of the line. I drove myself somewhere else because they made me move my car. Like they're like, move your car.
And there's
They
fucking no
don't
one in
care.
the
My knee
hospital
was
too. I'm willing to
busted
bet.
open. Like when I finally was looked at, the doctor, I could tell in his voice he was horrified, and it scared me to death because I knew that cannot be a good thing. He's like, your patella, like my bone was all through. Right? It was awful. He
I
could
saw the
hardly look.
photos.
I
I
could tell.
saw
It's
the
like,
photos.
please don't tell me, don't tell me, don't talk. Because I was like, I knew I would faint if I knew. You know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. And then so he did it, and then they took me in right away. Like, you got to take me in,
You've been paying taxes, what, for 40, 50 years of your life, and they're not going to take you in?
Those were the days. That was some bad discrimination going on back then. That was bad. And it was
All because
normalized.
of Rachel
So,
Madcow was telling everyone to take a vaccine because they're going to kill grandma, and then Rachel Madcow never took the fucking vaccine. Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
Netanyahu was on TV taking the vaccine with the fucking end cap on, still on the needle.
All those guys.
Stupid motherfucker.
See, that goes to show. Just open up. That's 101 obvious that there's a whole world system above because everyone lined up to take pictures of them taking fake vaccines.
Yep.
And having a whole like shtick going on about like it was just a whole thing that was worldwide that you could see. That was, to me, that was like a huge wake up because you realize, wow, it really is. It's world control. But here's the thing. When you really think about it, since when in millennia have we not been under huge world superpower control, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's always been empire type. You know that? It's
Yeah.
empire to empire, which is huge. When you look at empires throughout all the millennia, they cover big parts of the world, those guys.
Yeah.
So why would you think it doesn't now? Even probably better. Like, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing new, really. And then, like, to create whatever that you have more control than you do, they let societies kind of run themselves, but they don't know exactly what's going to happen to the people.
No.
They don't. And if we do, like, we have influence, so they have to work with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They know that there's parts of humanity you have to work with. So yeah, very interesting system.
So did
Still
you see
going on.
I saw you in the comments earlier about the guests that we had on earlier that were hiding in the corner of the hospital to talk to us because she was messaging me. She was getting chased down by security. Because asking them where they're going, what are you doing, who are you talking to? It's like, what the fuck? So we finally got them on, and then they had to isolate him because he refused to take a CRV or PR, whatever the fuck it is, test.
That's ridiculous, man. That's scary right
It's
there.
scary as fuck. That's why people don't want to go to the hospital.
Who doesn't know common knowledge by now? Even people who didn't know a thing and whatever. It's pretty much common knowledge that none of that means a thing. I would be worried. I'd get out of there. That's what I'd do. I'd just get out of there. Wouldn't be there. Why are they there? Is it life and death? They
Oh,
seem to be fine. He should hightail it. I would. I'd hightail it and get a second opinion, right? Yeah. Is he life and death there? He doesn't look hooked
he
up.
was no, he was pretty bad. The ambulance had to grab him because he couldn't.
Well, is he attached to machines or?
No, he when he got in, he was they didn't know if it was diabetes. They didn't know what was wrong with him, but he was completely swollen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they brought him in, and yeah, he's feeling better. He looks way better than when we talked to him last week. So, or 2 weeks ago. Sorry, when he came on the show. So he looks way better now. So he's got 3 days to go. Swelling went down. Hopefully he can get back to his life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's good you had them on. That was nice.
But I
can't believe that goes on. They got to walk out of there. Holy! Don't fall into that.
Like when I was, because if I didn't have him on and I told you, oh, I have a friend or people I know in the hospital, and they're going to do a swab test on him, and he said no, and they put him in isolation in another room, people will say I'm full of shit.
Isolation.
You're fucking lying, huh?
Isolation. That's the key.
Yeah, they put him in isolation, right? So,
Yeah,
but the thing is, if I told you this story without them telling it, you would call me a liar.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have the power to walk out of there, so you don't have to listen to those guys. Why do you have to listen to that? We can take our own medical decision in our hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we need certain intervention, fine. Like I needed stitches. I knew that. I was like, someone has to stitch me up. And they're like, oh, well, we'll see you get the back of line. Oh, did you have this? They were trying to put tetanus on me. They were asking me how many COVID shots. I'm like, none. Oh, like, and a lineup, you have to answer to a few. They put you in a line, and every new person you talk to, you have to tell the same. They have to drill you about how many vaccines you had again. That was those days. I don't even know if they do it now. Who knows? I don't know what goes on there. I try to stay away from all those. Unless you're sick, why do you need to go there? And they're not your boss. Whatever happened to, how did that happen? That they're the rulers of the world is your doctor? What? Yeah. You're supposed to get a second opinion. You're supposed to take your own life in your own hands, your own health.
And what makes it worse, Lenny Poo? We're in a socialized medicine situation in Canada. We have socialized medicine in Canada. It's not like in the States where you go see a doctor looks at you, gives you his opinion, you go see another doctor. It's kind of floating around on your own. You're on your own. Where in Canada, once they start a file and they start writing things down and this and that, they kind of own you in a way, you know?
Well, that's the thing with socialists is it always seems like such a great, fair idea at the time. And you kind of buy into a system. Hey, socialists, that sounds good. We all care about each other. But that's the way they kind of snag you. And then now especially if it's allowed to, and you're in a system, that could be fine if it was for the good. But we have to look around and we can see, well, in here where we are, we can see more. We hear stories of MAID. It's being offered more. It seems like, is that a good reason to have that type of assistance? Like you could see maybe it could have been here and there, but it seems to be expanding to the youth as if that's fair. Right. And whatever is going on and expanded, it's too much. And it seems to be moving in a direction, So is that being watched?
It really, really strange, really strange. I had a friend, and I brought this up on my canal a few times. I had a friend, he went to do his passport renewal. He's like 33 or something. He had to go to Vancouver. He was in Vancouver. He was spending a week there, and he had to get his passport renewed. So he went there. I was like one of his guarantors or one of the guys on the like that know him on his passport application. And when he went there, there was like the lady asked him, "Have you ever considered getting MAID assisted suicide?" And he's like, "Lady, I'm here to fix my passport. What the fuck are you asking me this for?" I'm not making this up.
You can't make this up. Like if it was a show, it'd be like, that is not even true. What a dumb show.
But
okay, go on.
But it's federalized, right? So everything that's federalized, provincialized, and when they have an agenda to push, this goes back, Lenny Poo, you've heard me say this on this channel for the last 5-6 years. Government sanctioned murder.
Yeah, that's very true.
I've been saying that
It's
for
more and
years.
more. It's more and more. Like, it starts off nice and innocent, and then yeah, it sounds like it anyway. It could sure take a turn.
Yeah.
I
Government
so much.
sanctioned murder is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Bill C9 apparently passed today.
Right.
Let's look up and see if there's any updates on
That was today. Wow, what a long
it passed
day.
today.
That
So
was yesterday.
yeah, Bill C9 passed today. I'm just going to look up right now real quick what Bill C9's about and how would it affect us here on Mike in the Night or our live show, or what could potentially happen to me with my God-given right. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly. It's
Freedom
all
of being
God
you, the
given
individual
rights.
person. Freedom of the person. That's the individual. We actually have that supposed right in Canada too. Freedom of the individual. You're allowed to be you. You are. We have actually a right. That's written down. Right of the person. That means even if there's one and everyone else in Canada, that's okay. You still have your right. That's how far our right is supposedly supposed to extend. Yeah. So take that.
Okay, so Bill C9 and how it will affect Mike in the Night is like this. They've created today a new criminal offense tied to hate. Makes it illegal to willfully promote hatred, including through symbols or public expression. Introduces formal hate-motivated crime and a category, and then it criminalizes intimidating or blocking people from access places like mosques.
Mm-hmm.
And adds a legal definition of hatred into the criminal code. So they added a legal definition of hatred into the criminal code. So if some guy, like I was reading the article, I know you were watching, zips his pants down and rubs his testicles on your face while you're at a store, and we talk about it and ask, and then we're just asked a simple question: what the fuck is this guy doing in this country? We're in trouble, eh? If I ask, why the fuck is this guy here?
But is that only limited to people who are not in the country or was born in the country or whatever? Like, is that really only?
Oh, there's very almost little to nobody that in this country now that's born. Everyone's coming
It's
from
imported.
Bangladesh.
It's
And
ridiculous, I guess. Ay. It's a degradation of society. It's coming from everywhere. It's just coming from everywhere. You name it. Crook and cranny, man.
mm-hmm.
So we have to stand against that. Like, we got to stop for a sec. Those who should know better. Yeah, and put some standards on some things,
But
holy.
it's really, but it's if I'm going through the bill here. There's lots here in this bill. I'm going through the bill, and it's basically protecting it's protecting migrants. It's basically a law to protect migrants, right?
Well, I guess they put it under the guise of that. See, because that could sound fair. Oh, migrants, people who need help. That is a good guise, but what is truly coming in, and it may or may not, I'm not trying to accuse anyone, but I'm just saying there is a such thing as evil that exists. And so it could come in a certain form, right?
Well,
and
it
as
says
an
here,
excuse,
prison
it doesn't mean it's
sentences.
people. It just could, because it does exist. And there's ways for it to like grow and be part of entire societies or not, or groups. And it really is, or individual, definitely. It's in the individual. It is. And there's different ways to gather. So like that really depends.
Well, here it
But
is.
you can't give anything a pass.
Well,
you
according
have
to
to
this-
look at what it does.
Well, according to this thing here that links to a article, it's saying that anyone caught targeting identifiable groups could risk 3 to 9 years in prison.
Caught identifying.
Yes.
I know one thing. A lot of people are saying that it is like trying it, and it will eventually attack, of course, the Bible. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to be.
Yeah, quoting
That's
quotes
all
from the Bible.
coming.
We covered that I think you covered that like 4 months ago.
4 months.
a while back we were talking about quoting the Bible will be illegal and stuff like that.
Oh.
We talk about a lot of
time
stuff, Lenny Pooh. I
flies,
think
man.
you're forgetting.
No, time flies. 4 months, holy. Yeah, time
So
flies.
this bill was pushed
so
through
you
quickly
remember
with
that? Yeah.
this bill was pushed through quickly with limited to no debate.
We
And
knew that was coming, man. They're coming for us. Who knows what you have to do? I don't know. I
this
don't
is
know.
really,
Right?
really, really strange because,
Yeah.
like, so if it doesn't make any sense because Chinaman comes to Canada, launders, I don't know, so many billions of dollars, we can't afford housing. So I guess we don't say Chinaman anymore. So a foreigner comes to Canada, launders trillions of dollars. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when I'm trying to explain things to people, because people need to know who the problem is. Because when I was growing up as a kid, the Portuguese were the problem in Toronto. We were the problem. And we go to job interviews. Oh, we can't run an ad that said no Portuguese, but no Portuguese. So I don't know why it's all of a sudden changing now to protect the people that did fuck all to build this fucking country. That didn't contribute fuck all to anything in this country, but problems. They contributed to the problems of this country. So I'm not sure what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. You know, things are shifting and moving. You know, they're trying to, like, who even knows? But there's good lessons in there for sure, right? Like there's good that's going to somehow come of everything. Yeah, it's just an agenda that's being pushed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't know, Mike. Like I think there's so many different cultures that could say that and sort of take that stand that have been played against each other, or someone hated some culture at some time for some reason.
We have borders between countries, and people gave their lives defending those borders for that fucking same reason that we're going through now.
Yeah, and yet are there really borders that small? Like, you know, the world, how is it that the world was once super ruled, but now it's not? That's very hard to believe for me, especially with the technology there is now. Like it's much more, and we saw it at work once. Like that's the thing. When you really see what went on, there's more with the, you know, the shots that went on. That was very worldwide, right? That was huge. There's never been anything as worldwide. That tells you that's a huge conglomerate, and that makes sense too, really. You know, there's always been like that empires, but they work themselves out in between, and humanity does matter. We do make a difference. We do. And there's part of the whole system that understands that, right? That and it's up to the individual as well. Anyway, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
It really is what we do in our own life, right? You know, it's a Lenten season. It's our Holy Week. We're coming to an end. Right? It's the home stretch.
Yeah, I went to church this morning. Lenny, I don't go to church on Sundays anymore. I go to church Monday through Friday, every morning, 30-minute mass. Fine. The best in the world.
Fine. That's a good habit.
It's the best mass. 30 minutes, 8 to 8:30. Nice. Then I head over to the pool or the gym for about an hour, and then go open my store, right?
That's perfect.
Yep.
And every once in a while, do what other sacraments you do. Mm-hmm. That's all fine. But this season I like because it's very self-exploratory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look into our own self, do our own thing. And that's really where all the power is. You want to love, really, truly, the highest thing you can ever do is just even love your own family. Right?
Yeah.
That whole thing. People close to you, that's your impact. So, yeah.
So here it is. Shock video. Man exposes himself and rubs his genitals on woman's ear at Los Angeles Whole Foods grocery store.
You had to bring that up again. That's a great visual.
An Indian man.
Right?
An Indian
Someone's
man.
in my ear. Get that thing out of my ear.
And you know what the fucked up thing is? You know what I love about America? America tells you it's an Indian man.
Of course.
Oh yeah, Indian man in his 30s with blue denim shirt and jeans. America's the best because they actually tell you who the fuck it is. In Canada, A Canadian man. It's like, you look at the photo, that fucking guy's not Canadian. What the fuck?
That's so fun. The Portuguese never did that, I bet. They were bad boys, but I bet they didn't do that.
Not this kind of shit.
No, that's lewd.
Yeah.
It's just lewd. Yeah.
So someone
But
in the comments,
whatever goes on, they just report here and there for stories. Like, what really goes on underneath is whatever. Let the news be the news. It's the stories.
yeah, but
Some
it's on
truth
video.
can
The
come
video's
out of
there.
it. Yeah, that is true. I know. I'm sure it is. I didn't doubt it.
Yeah.
So
Well, on a
funny.
positive front, more and more, according to, where is it here? Oh God, where did I put it here? On a good note, adult conversions soar in the diocese across the United States.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. It just is. Like, obviously, people search. That's a thing. That's how we're made. We are made that way, right? To search God, seek God, know God, have a relationship with God. God used to walk with Adam in the garden in the cool of the day, remember?
Yeah.
That's him made to, have a relationship. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's how that is.
This more and
And
more
then-
Catholics, more and more Christians will prevent us from becoming the third world. You know that, right?
That what?
It'll prevent us from becoming more third world or dark ages or draconian, right?
What will? What will?
More Catholics, more
Oh.
light, in the light. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
More Christians, more Catholics, more see the light, more. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you go to a country that's not Christian, it's either falling apart, or they don't have a proper sewer system, or it's all bullshit, right? Or they have laws that fucking destroy women. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
Well, I think that, like, and it's not even just, it's more because, there really are two sides, I know it's not choosing sides with people, but there really is good and evil. There actually is evil in the world,
oh, I
There
know there's
is.
evil, but
It's
I'm
true
saying
too.
it's
It's
not.
true evil. It's meant for destruction. It's not accidental instruction. It's intentful destruction. It's by intent.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't think that way, then you might not really realize how much by intent that kind of thing can be. And it's written about, like you always say in the Bible, it's described. There is an intent for evil. So wrap your mind around that
Mm-hmm.
and know the kind of world you live in. And then there's all your landmines,
Mm-hmm.
and then there is a way. And then just realizing, like, the true nature of the world we live in.
Right.
That's it. There is a true nature. How will you know that? So then,
Well, I'm bringing it like this. If the Muslims came and colonized Canada first, me and you wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be talking to each other. So we wouldn't be here. So it would be a completely different world if it was, right? They would have wiped out, if the Muslims came first, they would have wiped out anybody on this land. They
you
would
don't
have
want to
wiped
say
them right out
Muslims.
clean.
You want to say like Islam. You want to say that because that is more what it is. It's this whole ideology.
Well, if they
And
came first,
it's a righteousness by force, which
they
is
came
not
first-
a true thing.
if
It's
they came
not
first and
true.
colonized, we wouldn't have a country here today. That's basically what it is.
You would have, who even knows? It's all nothing but destruction. Whatever reason it is, anything that has a reason for destruction like that is going to look for other reasons to be that way, right? Or if you can see that, yeah, like there really is two sides. There is. It's
Mhm.
like that. And so, yeah, that is the world that we live in. And you have to be aware of it. And would we be destroyed? I mean, sure, because there's a destructive force, and call it what you will.
Mm-hmm.
They always have different names, but like if you look at principles within something, so if you look at it, it could be one-on-one, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It could be in your own home. It could be in a community, in a group. It could be worldwide. It could be, more country. Like you could see it in larger groups, smaller groups, even one-on-one. Because they say in our lifetime, if you look it up, I forget what it is, but I think in your lifetime, you will walk by or come into contact with 11 serial killers or whatever. Did you know that? 11 serial killers.
In your life.
That's average. Yeah, everyone. I forget the numbers, but it's along those lines. So the thing is, we walk amongst it all. What do we really know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, it is how
And
life
then that's
is.
why there was borders between these countries to keep the people out. You see what I'm saying? A lot of this
Well,
evil comes from specific cultures that bring it. Because a lot of this shit we're seeing now, I never saw this before.
that's so very true. That is so very true. I
Well, I'm not here to
totally
lie.
agree.
I don't get
That
paid
is,
to lie.
you
Heck,
don't
I don't
get
even get
paid to
paid to be here.
nothing,
Thanks for the coffee, by the way.
right? You don't get paid for none. That's just literally, hey, we should have a coffee. Here, I'll buy. There,
Thank you for the
done.
coffee,
Whatever.
Lenny Poo, for the coffee today.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's where, I mean, the whole world's in turmoil. And if and we made videos building up to this. We made 4 different videos. I found another one that I made in 2016 about how, hey, if they keep closing oil refineries that make gasoline, gas is going to go up, even though because demand's going up, population's going up, we need more fuel. But they're all closing all these factories that produce gasoline and diesel. What a bunch of fucktards. And then during the Biden administration, they closed 4 major ones in America. What a bunch
Yeah,
of...
you always talked about that kind of thing. You always did. That is true. And you were like all about energy. But here's the thing. There's a couple of things to keep in mind. So we do have crude. Out of crude, like if you look at it, there's different types, and certain types have certain percentages of the elements they already contain. Like no one makes gas out of crude. It's in there. Diesel fuel, boat fuel, asphalt is at the very bottom. It's the heaviest, right? There's a lot of that. So it depends. Kerosene, it's
Okay,
all in the
our oil, I
spectrum.
looked into this. We've made
We're
videos.
heavy.
Our oil is good for diesel, right? So
Oh no, all of our crude has different percentages for all that. There
right,
will
but
be
the
like it
majority is
depends on
diesel.
their boiling point.
The majority would be
No,
diesel that we could make.
not here, not in Canada.
No,
No.
no, no, no. I'm saying that we could refine, that we could get is for fuel. Is diesel is the highest level that we could get of the 100%. So let's say 13% of it is diesel that we could get out of the 100% is what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So with that diesel, that's enough diesel right now that if we had a plant in every province of Ontario, province of Canada, diesel fuel would be 25 cents a liter because we'd have so much of it. But they don't want to do that. They don't want. And then when they were going green, what's the first thing that Joe Biden did when he took office? What's the first thing, Lenny Poo, that Joe Biden did? And we covered it. What did he do when he took office day one? What did he do?
Go green.
Exactly. But what did he do to Canada? He canceled the pipeline from Alberta.
Yeah.
And he stopped 544 drilling contracts. We have them all there. We have the video up explaining the contracts. 544 oil and energy contracts were canceled under his administration the day of. So Canadians were celebrating Joe Biden. Thank God he's back. We need him. We need Joe Biden. Canada needs Joe Biden. And then the first day he goes in, he cancels the fucking pipeline. And then you know what Canadians, the Liberals, said? Oh, this is great. Now we don't need that energy. We don't need that. We're going green. Now we're all fucked.
Well, they're private companies. I mean, the countries have them, but they are private.
But you need drilling
And they
permits. You need
work.
government. There's so much government regulation, Lenny Poo,
There's
right?
so much. There is so much craziness. Yeah, it's a whole industry. But they are private companies, so they do want to work with the world market because we in our hemisphere, we're not affected by Hormuz, right? That's their whole side. But it's a world market. So if those guys are suffering and they're going to pay more, buy Canada, we're going to sell to these guys. That's how it works. That's the thing. You can have oil in your own country, but you're always going to be dependent on a world market. That's the thing. It is a world market. And so that is how they're going to operate. That goes for all of them, Venezuela, all those guys. you need, like you're talking about refineries, and you have to keep in mind what they pull out of the ground. It depends. They pull it out and then they see what percentage of each thing do we get from this, right? Because you go
17%
from,
is enough for diesel. Like 17%
it
of the oil.
depends where they're drilling.
Right.
It
No, but,
depends
but I'm
who you
saying
got.
we
What
have
Canada is
unlimited
different.
supply of different oils we have in Canada. Again,
But
most of
that's
it is the
private
bottom of the
owned.
barrel stuff for asphalt. You're right.
Asphalt,
The
yeah,
sweet
heavy,
the sweet stuff
like
is
Venezuela.
West Texas Intermediate crude has some of the best oil in the
Yeah.
world, right? Then you got the
And
basin in Venezuela. Then you got the
yeah,
oil off the coast of Angola and Portuguese Africa. Some of the best oil in the world. But we could just import in the oil as much as we want and refine it into our own gasoline is what I'm trying to say, Lenny.
well, different people have different refineries because different type of oil
Well, okay,
requires different refineries. So
let me
that's why
clarify this,
they're
Lenny
so
Poo. We
expensive.
don't have
They
any
have to
more
ship it.
refineries. They're all closed. The last one was built in
Exactly.
74, okay? So the last one was built in 1974, right? We're not refining anything
Did
as
they
we
have
used to.
hamsters on a wheel, or how are they running that?
We're importing
Holy,
in the
that's a
fuel
long time
already
ago.
processed, Lenny Poo. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
There's no way they can run a 74. See, we had to be up with they probably wanted to reserve us. Yeah, the Chinese probably wanted to long ago just grab that and shut it down. It's like, you're not spending our oil, man. That's ours for the future once
But
they take over.
you get what I'm trying to tell you, Lenny Poo. If
Right?
Mexico got, let's say, 4 or 5 refineries, they'll be one of the
Mhm.
biggest exports of diesel and gas. But they're not allowed to. They'll get sanctioned. When I still remember when we were covering all this fucking shit. When Obama threatened to sanction Mexico because they want to drill for oil in Mexico in specific parts that were going to give them the best oil possible. And in Obama, what did he do? The Fast and Furious scandal. He started giving guns to cartels in Mexico and getting drugs in return. Look up the Fast and Furious scandal, Obama administration. Nobody talks about it. We talked about it, but no one gives a shit about what we have to say. But he was trading guns for weapons for drugs. Fast and Furious. Fuck, I'm going to look it up right now just for everyone to see because it sounds like it's total bullshit. And why? Because Mexico was already talking about drilling for their own oil and natural gas that they have. And what did Obama do? Oh, fuck. No. We're going to give guns to the cartels. I swear to you, Lenny, I wouldn't lie to you.
I know. Yeah, no, I know. I know you know this shit. Yeah.
This shit. All right.
Yep. So fun tonight, Mike. Holy.
Yeah. Do you like my Mike in the Night music?
I really do. And I knew right away. I was like, ooh, that's AI. He learned how to use that whole thing. I don't know how, but I know someone else who kind of knows how. And I could tell right away. And you know what? Why not? I have no idea, but I think you give the vibe, you give the everything, right? You kind of tell them because what the lyrics are is what you always say. So I knew you must have said, oh, hey, say this.
Yeah, I
And
programmed
make it
like
into
that,
a song. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I got some people messaging me. I got a person messaging me saying that my show sounds fake.
What show? What, the whole show or the song? What
The
does he mean?
songs, the songs, the
How
songs
could you
make my
be
show look fake.
Oh yeah, Mike, are you like a fake? Are you a robot thing?
No.
You're fake.
I'm here for free. I don't have a budget to make music. You know what I mean?
So that guy thinks you're what? I saw you in the flesh, so I can vouch for you. You're not AI.
Here it is, Lenny Poo.
Is that what
ATF
that guy
gun walking
said? You're an
scandal.
AI guy?
Here it is. U.S. guns, how Obama kept gun running scandals under wraps. We covered this in 2016. The deadly but forgotten government gun running scandal known as Fast and Furious has been dormant for years thanks to the White House stonewalling any media compliance. Fast and Furious began under the Bush administration. Interview of Joe Ramos asked Obama about the controversial Fast and Furious program, basically running guns to Mexico. The scandalous scandal in Washington no one's talking about. ATF to destroy guns associated with Obama-era Fast and Furious. So they were running guns to Mexico and in return getting drugs. This is guys, you people watching this right now, this is why I'm banned everywhere. Nowhere else is talking about this. We were talked about this. That's why I put up a video with 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and I get 50 views. That's why.
Yeah, these guys are gangsters.
Yeah.
Obama's a gangster, man.
Yeah.
High-end gangster and whacked. Like not like old school, Scarface gangster, right?
Those
Just
guys actually
whacked
dress
gangster.
nice.
Uh, they had morals too
Yeah.
of some sort, right? These ones are like none, gone. I can't even relate, man. These guys are gone. It's wild. We can't even imagine. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, Lenny, any parting words?
no,
Nothing?
I got none. No, not that I can think of.
Like
No.
stay free, people.
Ah.
Keep on rocking in the free world or something.
No. Oh, what would I say? Okay, well, the only thing I can say is this, since you asked, we are in the Lenten season.
Mm-hmm.
It's a self-examination season, and there are so many tools you can use. You have to look at your own self. You're looking at everything. Isn't the world this and that, and this person, that person? However, we have to take the time also truly to look at our own self, examine our own self in so many ways. And there are a lot of tools. Do you know what I have? I don't know if you do, Mike. Do you have the Halo app? Do you have the Halo app?
Who?
You don't have to. Halo. Do you have the Halo app? HALO.
No.
You don't have to. It's a Catholic app anyway. There's all kinds of it's a great app. And they also have the Lenten season.
Okay.
So I signed up for that. And it is a season of self-examination. And what else is there in the world? For real. Right?
Yeah.
Start there. Because that's where it really is. That's where it is. It's with so that's why I like your message. I do. I really like that you speak out, and it's not that anyone's trying to push a Catholic. It just is that like there really is knowledge out there. There's a higher knowledge. And how do you pass knowledge on for the generations? How? Right? Like we're not born knowing things. We have to be shown. And that goes for all things.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to cook? How are you going to clean? How are you going to whatever, dress yourself? How are you going to live? You don't even get to live if someone isn't there to teach you everything. Language, everything. But for the spiritual, how do you know? How do you know? There has to be a way to look and know, and some kind of guiding post, right? So for me, that's what it is. And I'm telling you, I am the prodigal. I am the prodigal.
Right.
Who isn't? Who isn't? We should be. It's acceptable. At the time, you're like, oh my God, I am not perfect. But then you realize, right? So anyway, in this season, that's the only thing I would say is, God bless, Mike.
God bless you too,
It's
Lenny
great
Boo.
talk. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Okay, bye.
All right, Lenny Poo on Mike in the Night. All right, let's see if I have any hidden requests here. Any requests here for Come on Mike in the Night? I think we need to get who was it here? I think Sandy for Freedom. I think she should message me right now on Instagram because I want to get her take on. She was very vocal in the comments when I brought up this article here. Hold on a sec. Let me bring up the article for you guys. I want to get Sandy on the show because I want to get her take on this. Right here. No, that's Oklahoma. Migrant. Right here. Yeah. Man exposes himself. Rubs his genitals on woman's ear at Los Angeles Whole Foods grocery store. It was an Indian man in a jean shirt and jeans. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want to know what you guys think about this. Because me, I just want to know how the fuck, why is this guy in the country? Why does he even exist in America? Why is he even there? What's he doing there? What the fuck's he doing there? But, yeah. Okay. Let's get, yeah, see, we don't get guests on the show. We have, like, regulars that come on the show, if you guys haven't noticed yet on Mike in the Nights. I've messaged tons of other content creators, and a lot of them, quite a few of them, actually, ignored me, and then some of them just told me to go F off, that I'm not credible and shit, so yeah. So we have our regulars that call in. We haven't had Real Life Finance call in a while. We haven't had Dino Bravo call in a while. We haven't had a lot of people call in a while into the show. I wanted to do a quick so guys, here it is. Here's the email, guys, so you don't miss an episode. Oh, we got hold on, Jay, give me a sec. I'll call you in a second. Hold on a sec. 1 minute. Okay, we got email here. If you want to join the Mike and the Night email list, just send me an email at mikemartins1980@gmail.com. mikemartins1980@gmail.com. Just tell me, hey Mike, I want to come on I want to be on your mail list so I don't miss an episode of Mike of the Night, because we did an excellent episode last night on Mike of the Night. What an explosive episode. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it was episode 643. It's up on YouTube. I'll show you where it is. And viewer discretion is advised, 21 and older. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Fact check and do your own research. 18 U.S. Code Section 2257 for Mike of the Night. And I wanted to put that out. And then real quick here, guys, if you boys and girls could buy me a coffee, guys. Buy your boy a coffee. If you're watching this on replay, there should be a link in the description. If you want to buy me a coffee, I am only here because of coffee. I only exist because of coffee. Guys, we got the check mark on our YouTube channel, but we're still getting, like, no one's viewing. Or look, 36 views, 50 views. We're still shadow banned. And Mike Martins, if you really want to catch things or you don't want to miss stuff, just follow me on Facebook and Instagram. That's where everything is going. Everything is banging up there. That's where people find me. And don't forget to shop Mike Martins if you want to buy a t-shirt or something. It's all here. And yeah, we're going to get another caller on right now. And we're going to get another caller on right now. It's going to probably give us an explanation on what the hell is going on here. What the hell's going on? Everything's falling apart. Taxation's out of control. Cost of living is just horrendous. Now they're talking about another fucking piece of shit lockdown. What a fucking piece of shit. Fucking order this piece of shit. What the fuck, man? So anyway, so we're going to get another caller on right now. And, yeah. It's Mike in the Night. People are starting to notice. Episode 644 of Mike in the Night.
From Australia to New Zealand, from the UK to the USA, from Canada, the true voice of the Commonwealth, Mike in the Night. Hey, voice of the Commonwealth, from the streets to the global well. Hear it loud, hear it clear tonight. It's Mike in the Night, shining light. Whoa, we don't follow, we lead the way through the noise. What they hide, what they say. 5 nations, one voice, one sound. When the truth drops, feel that ground.
Jay,
Hey,
you there?
Mikey, how's it going, buddy?
Good, good. Welcome to Mike in the Night, episode 644. How are you, my brother?
I'm doing well.
Well,
How's the things out on the West Coast?
Same shit, different pile. Yeah, same shit, different pile, buddy. It's getting more and more expensive just to breathe, buddy. It's getting more expensive to breathe. Are you there, bud? Jay, you there? Epa. Jay, did we lose you? Hello? I think we lost him. I think we lost him. So people keep asking me about the Mike of the Night music. I'm getting so many messages right now during the live stream.
Ricky Spanish.
Oops, that was a Ricky Spanish prompt there. Here it is, folks. I'm going to show you guys where it is. There's a playlist on my channel called Mike of the Night Music. Here it is. Mike of the Night Music. And I got this new salsa song I made for you guys. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, How I Miss Toronto, No More Sleeping, Trance, Straight Out of Merit, I Have Spoken, Mike of the Night anthem song, Disco Groove, Salsa. This is a new song I made for you guys. Let's see if we can get Jay back on.
It's 3 a.m. Mike in the night. The voice of the Commonwealth. It's 3 a.m. and something is moving you. Late night truth coming, breaking through. From the city's bright to the countryside view. Yeah, the signal's strong and it's calling you.
Hello.
Jay, you there, buddy?
I'm here, mama.
Okay. So what the heck is going on, man? Fuel prices are skyrocketing. Everything we talked about is happening. And this is some scary shit, Jay. You know why? Because I talked about a little dark shit that's going to come out. And if that dark shit follows like the shit I've been warning about, we're in a lot of trouble, buddy.
It's pretty bad out there. It's pretty bad. I just paid $270 to fill my truck, diesel, and that's the scraps that we can't use to refine.
What 270 pesos?
Pesos, CAD, my friend.
Okay, so $260 for people watching us in the United States. It's about 200. That's about $190 American to fill up his truck.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah, but it's about $190 American, and we're in a very, very precarious situation, right? And now it's not helping that. Like again, it goes back to over and over again, like a broken record. Why the hell did they close all the fuel refineries that we had in Canada to make our own fuel? And we're diesel. We're Canada's #1 for diesel. We can make all the diesel fuel coming out of our asses. We have the right oil for the diesel fuel here. All we have to do is make 2 or 3 refinery plants, which they closed. We could make 2 or 3 of them, employ 8,000 or 9,000 people to work there, right? And diesel will be 30 cents a liter.
Yeah. Again, you go back to the same topic, right? It's like, we're not at war. We have all the fuel and things that we need in this country to survive. What the US goes to war, their diesel goes up. Okay, I get it. If they need to import and export or whatever, I get it. But we have everything we need here. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's not like we're Cuba or something. We could actually get everything we need here. Cuba managed with embargoes. Look, dude, Cuba had embargoes. Nothing was coming in and out of the country for years. And they fixed all those 1950 Chevys. They fixed all those cars. They fixed their refrigerators. They fixed their shit and made it work. You know what I'm saying, Jay?
Yeah.
We have everything. We have 1 billion times more than what Cuba has in Canada when it comes to resources, right? So
I could agree, yeah.
Yeah, so we should be, I don't know why, so they're closing all the refineries down. They've closed them in the last 10 years. They closed, and the United States during the Biden administration, they closed 4 major fuel refineries. So, and the fuel is going up in demand because the population's going up, right? Population goes up. So we need more fuel, don't we, right? And those motherfuckers closed the refineries. One big one in California, another one in Ohio. They closed all the major ones. What the fuck?
Well, if we don't do things like that, our counterparts can't get rich, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
How do you make $400,000 a year and end up with $80 million in the bank 4 years later, or 8 years later?
Oh, you're talking about
It's
Trudeau?
oh, I don't know much about that, but
Oh.
you know what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, come on, it's the proof is in the pudding. You know, like everybody in the world can see what's happening. You know, you just live, you go to work, and the people that are governing the whole thing, they can do whatever. I can find you 3 or 4 construction workers that will govern Canada better than what's going on in the fucking parliament right now.
100%.
You know, because it just makes sense. If you can govern your own household in Canada today,
Mhm.
and pay your bills, meat and potatoes on the table every day. If you can do that in Canada today, in your own household, you can probably be the prime minister of Canada.
Yeah. Yep, because you
Better
know the
than
structure of the housing.
what's going on right now.
You know the
'Cause-
structure of how the framework of a house family functions. Your kids are in line. Your wife takes care of things. You take care of things. You guys know what your roles are and what you have to do as a family. And if you could do that, yeah, you could run a country, no problem.
100%. If you can run a household, if you can run your own household to do what our government is doing today, I'm pretty sure anybody in Canada with a decent household, with kids that are striving for an education, that are striving to be something in life, a dad that gets up every morning, goes to work, a wife that gets up and goes to work or stays home and takes care of the kids, whatever the narrative is, you can run the country better than who's running this country now. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's simple because when I think personally as a man, I strive. I get up every day, dusk till dawn, and I strive for my home, for my people.
Right.
Right?
Do you know what you're called? Do you know what people call well, they don't call you this anymore. Well, people don't call themselves this anymore, but you know what you would have been called 30, 40 years ago?
A man?
A self-made man.
A man. Yeah, you're just a man, dude.
A
You just
self-made man. No one's giving you fuck all. You're doing it. And
no,
you're making it
no,
work.
Mike, who the fuck's ever given anything to you?
That's a good question. I mean, yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, I've worked my ass off. I've taken the risk with business. I've made a successful business in Vancouver and sold it before COVID. Perfect timing. I mean, I've taken all the risks too. I've taken risks big time, but I've made it through though.
But that's great. That's great. God bless your heart, bro. And you know what? I hope you can do it again. But the way I was brought up was you go out and you fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
You go and you work until you become something, or you get educated until you become something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and what I see is these people are becoming things, and they don't have enough of their mental capacity. They're in the wrong place. Like, these people should not be doing these things. These people can't govern their own fucking households for sure, as we
Mm-hmm.
can tell, right? We saw what happened with our last prime minister, right? He couldn't keep his wife satisfied, so she obviously had to go do something else. And we lost that guy. Now he's married to a fucking pop star. Whatever. Beyond my business. It is what it is.
No. It is
You
your
know?
business because your taxes were funding this man. You understand me? It is your business. Right?
Yeah, but Mike, at the same time, it's my business, yeah, because at the end of the day, we are the ones fronting the bill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So at what point do we stop? At what point do we just like, you know what? It's out of my hands. Like,
Well,
what the fuck are we supposed to do, Mike?
what we're supposed to do is take our country back because we're on a path, we're on a treadmill of destruction. We're going to lose it all. Me, you, everyone's going to lose it all. No matter how safe you are, no matter if you play your cards right, it's set up to lose. Picture going into a soccer match, and you're Portuguese, you understand this. If you go into a soccer match already down 2-0, you're fucking dead. You're done. You can't win. You know that. 2 goals in soccer, you're done. You're finished.
It's not going to be easy to come back.
Yeah.
Unless we got Ronaldo on our team, no?
But you know what? Let me tell you something. Right now, if I told you we're down 3-4-0 right now, I don't want to kill your spirit, Jay. I don't want to kill your spirit. I don't want. I
Oh
don't
no,
want to
you
bring
can't kill
down.
my spirit, bro. It's done. It's done.
So
I have no faith in this country whatsoever.
So what I'm saying to you is, right now, realistically, we're already down 4-0 and the game hasn't started. That's where we're at right now. And there's no way to... It's the math. The math, when you do the math at the end, we're all going to end up homeless. All of us. There's nothing we could do to prevent it. All of us. I'm going to be homeless. I don't know if in my lifetime, because I'm already 48, so I'm almost dead. So I don't know if in my lifetime...
Yeah, brutal.
But you know what I'm saying, Jay? We're already losing.
I do know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying. And you know what? And I just had this conversation with a couple of friends ago. Well, I had a conversation with a couple of friends a few days ago where it was kind of like, all you hear is lowering prices, lowering prices, lowering prices. Now they knocked the HST off new home sales, right?
But
What's
the
gonna
GST on home sales was
happen?
illegal.
Okay, that's fine. But what's gonna happen to the homeowners?
Touch Bashad.
You're fucked.
You're fucked.
You are shafted. There's nothing. Where are you gonna go get 130? Boom. You just lost $130,000 on $1 million home. You just lost $130,000. I'm
And
not
you know
gonna
what
buy
the
this
fucked up
old
thing, Jay?
house. I'm
Let
not
me
gonna
tell
buy
you-
this old house. I'll go buy a brand new one. Right? How are the homeowners that got jammed during COVID?
Mhm.
How are these homeowners going to compete? Like, okay, I get it. You're trying to push a new narrative, and you want new homes sold in Canada. I get it. And you know what? It's a good idea, because as long as the construction industry is bumping in Canada, the economy is good.
No. Well, Jay, here it is. I'm going to pose you on this one, and I'll tell you why. Canada's economy since 2010 has been built off of housing. We can't build an economy off housing. It won't last forever. The Chinese brought in $2.4 to $2.6 trillion from Vancouver to Nova Scotia. They laundered $2.4 to $2.6 trillion from 2010 to March 2024. And the problem with that, Jay, is we built our economy on a house of cards. You cannot build an economy on housing. You can't. We manufacturing. We need oil refining for fucking fuel. We need a lot of things. We need manufacturing. We need fabrication. We need our own gold mines. Who owns our gold mines? Well, China owns 3 of our gold mines. Who owns our biggest lithium-ion mine? China owns our biggest lithium. Who owns our biggest coal mine in BC? Chinese. No Canadian hires. That's the mistake. See, housing, building an economy off of housing, fuck that shit. You want your kids to go be an engineer working for an oil company. You want your kids being an engineer working for a gold company, in a mine, working in an office, making good money, making 70, 80 bucks an hour. That's what you want for you want that, Jay. You don't want fucking housing. For fucking what? We got over 4 million empty homes across Canada owned by Chinese investors. And you know what, Jay? Mark my words. In the next month or 2 or 3, guess what's going to be all over the news? The amount of empty homes owned by foreign investors. That's going to be on the news in the next 4 months. And you're going to say it, and you're going to say, fucking Mike was right. He told me about this. Building an economy off of housing is not a good thing, Jay. You want to build your home, do your construction, do your thing, that's fine. But your kids, what's going to happen with them now? That's the problem, Jay.
Okay, I get it. I understand it. But at the same time, Mike, it's what's been thriving the Canadian economy for the
only
past
since
40
2010.
years.
Since 2010.
From 83, dude.
No,
from
no, I
83.
understand what you're saying. Jay, I get what you're
We've
saying.
been, the housing economy has been Canada's structure indefinitely for the past 40 years.
It's a house of cards, Jay. It's not real.
I get
You
it.
can't
I
build
get it.
economy off of housing.
You don't see, hey, you go to Portugal, you don't see subdivisions. You go to Italy, you don't see subdivisions. There's no mass production of homes. There's no builders. There's no nothing. You get a builder, yeah, okay. But everything is custom. Everything is custom.
Those countries depend on exports. They depend on fishing. They depend on other things that are, you know what I'm saying, agriculture. They depend on other stuff. Canada's not doing any of that stuff anymore like we used to. We should be
What I'm trying to say
ore.
is, what I'm saying is, it keeps it to a natural basis. There's no influx of building. There's no spec homes. There's none of that.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
So if we build all these houses, the average Canadian can't even get into a fucking house. What's the fucking point? If the average Canadian can't get into their own home, my kids can't buy real estate in this fucking country. They could buy it in Oklahoma. They could buy it in Florida. They could buy it in Texas. No fucking problem. But in Canada, anywhere, everything starts 4, 5, 6, 7. My 2-stoplight town. Jay, I live in a 2-stoplight town. 2. The average house here goes from $5 to $800, $1 million.
Yeah, and you know what? There's no stoplights in my town. There's one gas station. That's where I go get my mail.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the gas station to get my mail. Right, and you're still 800.
$800. Why?
Seven,
If real estate's
8.
our number one builder for our economy, why can't Canadians or the homeless Canadians all over Canada? Why can't Canadians get into their own real estate? You see what I'm saying? So housing is a complete disaster. They used it and they made it in a way where it's economic. Go look at my videos. I'll send you links from videos from 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago where I'm saying Canada's too dependent on real estate to prop our economy. Our economy can't be propped on this shit. It's got to be propped on exports. Exports is what builds a country, Jay. Iron ore.
I get it. I get it. I understand. But the people, we need to eat, Mike. Right?
But if you had an iron ore project in Canada exporting iron ore to the world, the country would be set. If we're exporting our crude oil, the good one that make diesel, we'd be set. But we're not. We're not allowed to. Do you understand, Jay?
I do.
We're not allowed to do 100%.
If we have everything that we need, if we have all the resources and we have this and we have that, we have many things that we can import, export, and do great. Yes, we don't need the housing economy to fill the voids in Canada. I get it, right? But at the end of the day, for the average guy, for the average Joe, right, that needs to get up every morning and go pour fucking concrete, go pull wire, set pipe, do forms, frame a house, whatever. At the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody. If I'm pouring forms and building houses and backfilling and doing this and doing that, what the fuck do I give a shit about what Canada has to import and export?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's where a lot of people lose the narrative of
Okay,
the
Jay,
bigger
let's
the bigger scene of what's going on.
Well, let's
and
go
I
back to
understand where
basics.
you're coming from.
Let's go back to basics, okay? You open 4 or 5 iron ore mines in Canada, which is not that hard because we have tons of iron ore and nickel. Okay, iron ore, nickel. Okay, yeah. That employs 25,000 people across the country, maybe 40,000, depending on how big the mine is. That's 40,000 people get work. All right, and then we open several factories for fabrication so that we open a steel mill now. Okay, so we take the tungsten, the iron, we take the nickel, and now we open steel mills, Jay. Now we're making steel. We're making our own fucking, what do you call that shit that, I don't know how to say it in English, the metal bar, rebarb. We're making our own rebarb. We're making our own shit in-house now, boy. That creates another 5,000-10,000 jobs across the country. And then that fabrication from that steel, we start framing for cars. We start making our own car frames. Fuck, that's another more jobs. And then we create assembly lines and start making our own Canadian-made and built and fabricated cars in Canada. We get the oil, the shitty oil we have that's used for diesel and stuff. We start making our own tires, Jay. We start making everything, and that creates another 30,000 jobs for tires. And that creates another, and then parts for the car when the car breaks down, that creates another line of jobs. So we went to automotive, and we went to refining steel, fuck, we'd be set. We'd be super set.
Okay, but Mike, who's gonna do it?
There's a lot of people that want to work and they want to be productive.
Oh, there's a lot of people that want to work, but who's gonna do it? What did my dad, like last time we spoke, I told you the story, but my dad went to go work in the railroads in fucking Winnipeg in his shiny silver suit, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And what did my dad know? He came here, hey, you go do this, okay, and there you are. So at the end, what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, immigrants that are coming in, because the people that are here,
migrants,
they don't want to do shit. People don't want to do shit over here. No, nobody wants to do fuck all. Everybody that's been in Canada, nobody wants to work, bro. Because there's other ways around it, opposed to work. The people, and our government lets in the wrong people. They're
migrants. They're not immigrants. Came to build this fucking country. Migrants come in to use and use the
Migrants,
country.
but the immigrants, they deport the fucking immigrants, Mike.
I know that. We talked about this a billion times on the channel. They deported tons of Portuguese. We covered this a billion times. But
Even the South American, like we have tons of South American. I know, I see it every day. And there's tons of South American great people, humble. They just want to come here and make some money. They got a wife and kid in their own hometown, and they just want to provide for their families, and they're just working. That's all they're doing. They're just working here. And they pay their fucking taxes, they pay their dues, and then a year and a half later, they get caught in a van on the way to work. And you know what, buddy? Hey, you need to leave.
They deport the productive people, but they bring in the shit from Bangladesh or whatever fucking country they come from to come here and rub their genitals on a girl's ear.
That's what irritates the shit out of me. Like, I know a guy that got deported. With a Canadian. The guy was a Portuguese guy, right? He got into a car accident. In Portugal when he was like 17 or 18, and someone died in the opposing vehicle, which was horrible. It's tragedy, right? But the guy, he came to Canada, met a girl, raised a family, 2 kids. So he's got a Canadian wife, 2 Canadian children in school. He's got a house. He's got a mortgage. He pays his bills. His taxes are done. 6 years later, hey, you got to leave. You can't be here.
And
they deported the guy. They deported the guy.
Jay. They were rounding up Portuguese people at Archbishop Romero, St. Mary's, Holy Cross. They were holding all the kids back that spoke Portuguese and waited for their parents to come in and waited for the paperwork, or they were going to be deported back on a plane. And those Portuguese that came in the year 2000 for a path to citizenship to live and work and build Canada. And then after 2006, 7, and 8, the new government came in and deported 47 or 52,000 Portuguese people. And then they bring in this garbage from overseas that doesn't build anything, that doesn't contribute anything, and fucking complains all the fucking time.
And I say the same thing about the South Americans. You got Argentinians coming in. You got Chileans. You got Brazilians. You got Mexicans. Hardworking people, humble people, good people that just want to work, to make money.
And they get deported too.
And they get deported. I think there should be a system. My personal opinion, there should be a system. Say, okay, you're coming into the country. This is what it is. You're going to stay here for a year or 2, whatever. Show me your tax at the end of the year. Show me what have you contributed to the government. What work have you done? What money have you made? What taxes have you paid? What have you contributed?
Yeah.
Okay, you contributed. You worked 2,000 hours this year. You paid your taxes on 2,000 hours. You can fucking stay.
Yeah.
The next person, oh, you haven't worked 1 hour, but the government paid you $70,000 this year, or $84,000, or $90,000, or whatever the case may be. I'm sorry, you don't fit. You don't fit here. I'm sorry, you got to go.
Yeah, but they won't do that because.
And that's it. Why? Because they have a refugee status.
They want to kick out the hard.
There's no refugee status. There's no fucking They paid the fucking refugees to go and make problems in front of the parliament building, right? Because if they had to fucking work to pay their bills, like every other fucking immigrant, nobody would have time to be in front of Queen's Park, downtown Toronto, with a flag saying, hey, we want rights, we want this, we want that. If you need to work for your fucking money, you wouldn't have time for that shit.
Okay, well, I'm gonna interrupt you because you're working for your money. I brought this article up earlier. I'm gonna bring it up again. Shock video: man exposes himself, rubs his genitals on a woman's ear at a Los Angeles Whole Foods grocery store. A 21-year-old Indian man unzips his pants and rubs his balls on some girl. There it is over here on Channel 5 News LA. There he is doing it. I'm not it's censored. I'm not going to play it. But my question is,
I heard it.
Yeah, Jay, my question is, what the fuck is that guy doing even existing in fucking America? How the fuck did that guy get in? What the fuck is this fucking guy's purpose?
You know what? It's not even the question of how he got in. Getting in, I can understand, Mike.
Okay, but what the fuck?
Why is he? I want to know why he's gonna stay there, because they're not gonna deport him. They're not gonna get rid of him. He's gonna stay.
Yeah.
He's gonna fucking
Oh,
stay.
if it was in
It's
Canada,
just like
they
these
give him a check
people.
for
It's
300
just like these
bucks.
people in Ontario that go in and they shoot up families, and the next day they're fucking out and they're gallivanting and doing whatever the fuck they want.
And they're making their fucking piece
Like,
of shit rap music.
dude,
And they're not
if
even
there's
black. Yeah, they're making rap music. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You look like a fucking moron.
bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's I see it all the time, man. Like in my industry, I see a lot of guys just coming here, dude. They just want to make it. They just want to make it. They want their papers and whatever. And you see these things, and you see these guys struggling, and you know they're struggling because they have families back home and whatever. And I get it, and I don't want to elaborate too much, but you see these guys again. They're there in the morning. It's dark. They leave. It's dark, and these guys work all day, cold, -40. Like they're out there in the exposed elements, wind, whatever the fuck it is, snow, rain, and these guys just want to make it. They just want to make some money,
Mm-hmm.
And then a week later they're gone. What happened to that? Wait, what happened to your guy? O governo veio buscá-lo. The government came to get him.
Yeah, the government keeps again. Yeah, they do it.
It's like, really? It's like, really? And then I go to Florida for a trip. I get out of the fucking plane. I see a person being wheelchaired into the country, and I look at them, and I can tell by the way that they're dressed that I'm like, that's it. You already got a fucking pension. You got everything. You got everything you need.
Yeah,
There's not going to be no problems for you.
Fucking shit.
And you look at the fucking guy, and now he's deported back to his country, and here we are. And it hurts, bro. It hurts. I hate to see it happen. I hate to see it happen to good people. But It is what it is, Mike. It's at the end of the day, it's fucking bad, man. I never, you know what, Mike? The last year was the first time I voted ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 42 years old. The first time I voted was last year because I just saw what's going on with the government, and I saw what's going on in the country, and I listened to the counterparts of the government, and that's who I wanted to vote for. So I voted.
Mm-hmm.
And my vote fell on deaf ears. It was 10:30 at night. The votes hadn't reached Saskatchewan yet,
You were,
and it was already a liberal win.
But you weren't even watching me back then. I already told everyone Mark Carney was going to win, even before they even mentioned his name. I even said to a man named Mark Carney's coming in this was in November 2022. A man named Mark Carney's going to come and become your prime minister because he's going to protect CCP, Chinese communist interests, money laundering, fentanyl, all the drugs. That's Carney's job. And people were messaging me saying, who the fuck is this Mark Carney guy? He's the Bank of Canada. Why the fuck would he be prime minister? He's your prime minister. A fucking 1,000,000%. Huh? And everyone called me stupid. And then oh, you're not watching the Pierre Poilievre rallies. He's going to win. But bullshit. That guy, Mark,
he should have won. He should have won. Did you see the Joe Rogan
He's not allowed
podcast with
fucking
Poilievre?
bullshit? Joe Rogan's fucking bullshit. Joe Rogan's controlled information distribution. He's only allowed to talk about shit when the damage is done. He's not allowed
I don't give a flying fuck about Joe Rogan. Yeah. But did you see the way Poilievre handled himself?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because I don't have any faith in these people. Nobody's coming to save us, Jay.
I watched it. No, I don't think so either. But at the end of the day, fuck. At least you can look at somebody and see, you know what, maybe there's some light at the end of the tunnel. I know he's going to cut a bunch of shit because that's what conservatives do. The conservatives come in and they promise you a bunch of shit. This is going to change like this, like this, like this. And on the back end, they cut all kinds of other shit that the libbies put in place.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You can't vote your way out of this. We've been saying this for years now. We can't vote. Again, Jay, unfortunately, it's all rigged. The whole system's rigged. Everything's rigged. We're losing 4-0, buddy. And the game hasn't started yet. There's an aggregation of -4 against us already. And we're playing on their
Slick playing poker.
Sorry,
you see,
Jay, they just cut off my... Jay, hold on a sec, buddy. We lost you there for a bit. They cut off my internet.
Did you pay your bill? No.
Dude, did I pay my bill? Of course I paid my bill.
I'm fucking with you.
No, I'm saying they cut my internet off for a few seconds here. They've disrupted the stream here. Yeah, they've disrupted the stream. I don't know. I think we're back now. Hold on. I think we're back. Yeah, my internet got cut off, guys. They cut it off. They were doing this back during COVID when I was warning everybody about this fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me know where you lost me.
I lost you like 2 minutes ago, like a whole 2 minutes. Okay, it looks like we're back streaming again on the other platforms. Looks like we're back on Facebook. Looks like we're back everywhere else. Okay, go ahead, buddy. Go.
Okay, so Canada is a young country. We are young, and our population is minimal compared to the other countries we're dealing with.
When the Europeans came to Canada, they brought technology, they brought running water, they brought sanitation, they brought everything. We're already ahead of the curve. If Islam came to come to Canada to colonize it, we wouldn't be talking to each other. It would be a wasteland here. It would be garbage. But because the Europeans came first, they brought over the sanitation, the water. We were already ahead of the curve when we came here. You know what I'm saying, bro? We were already ahead. We're 100 years ahead of Africa already.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to bring.
Yeah.
Is when Europeans, okay, Portugal, for example. We're going to use Portugal because whatever, it is what it is. It's our culture.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking, it's been colonized, not colonized, but Portugal has been Portugal for what, 700, 800 years, 900 years?
I think it's the year 1100.
Okay, so it's been a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Canada hasn't been around that long.
Again,
right?
But Canada got a kickstart. The Europeans came here first and colonized. If it was,
I understand that, but they don't. But Canada, Canada wants to be, from what I'm seeing from our leadership, right? Canada wants to portray themselves as a big country. We are in landmass. We're the second biggest in the world, but our population, we're 40 million.
I don't even think there's
40 we're tiny.
I don't believe it.
Okay, maybe it's not 40 million, but whatever it is.
Buddy.
Italy's in a fucking booth and they're 60 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that just goes to show it's like Canada is too young to be dropping aces. Like you need to fucking chill.
Mm-hmm.
Learn. You need to relax. You need to learn. You can't go in high horsed. You need to chill right the fuck out and learn how to govern a state. You need to. There's so many things that Canada needs to learn, or our parliament needs to learn before they can govern this country the way they think that they're trying to govern it. Like you can't come with 200 years of history and try to combat with people with 500, 600, 700, 800 years of history.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's not there. You can't win. You can't win. You need to settle down, relax.
Relax.
You need to fucking chill. See what everybody else did. Stop trying to reinvent the fucking wheel.
Mm-hmm.
The wheel is round. It's always going to be round.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to know what balance. You need to know the balance of the wheel. So stop trying to reinvent shit. Just fucking, dude. As a prime minister in this fucking country, if he were to do what everybody else does, bro, he would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. You don't hear shit about other countries about there's problems with it. Well, there's a lot of problems throughout the world that we don't even understand. We don't even know. But at the end of the day, a country like Canada, with the abundance of space we have, the resources we have, the opportunities in this country, dude, just do what everybody else did. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Stop trying to reinvent shit. Dude, you're not going to be more popular because you created something that's going to fail. Just follow the fucking narrative, dude. Just follow the narrative. Like, if I work in framing, hey, I need you to cut me a 2x4 at 92.5.
Mm-hmm.
You cut me a 2x4 at 92.5, that 2x4 is going to fit. But if your fucking brain says, no, I'm going to make it a little bit tighter. So I'm going to cut this 2x4 at 92 and 9/16. Now the 2x4 doesn't fit. Now it pushed something up.
Mm-hmm.
You already fucked up the flex. That's it. Whatever's above that 2x4 is not at the place where it's supposed to be. You just pushed it up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So just so you know, guys, our stream is going through new C9 filters right now as we're speaking because they just reset the internet. And you know, we got to... I don't give a shit. I'm just going to tell it how it is. I don't give a rat's ass because I'm forming an opinion, right? So... All right, Jay, we're going to wrap it up because I got to call her in from, I don't know where she's from, but she's going to call in from Moms Resist Canada for us. And we'll get you back on again in a couple, okay?
All right, cool, my man. Hey, you speak the truth. God bless you. God bless everybody.
God bless you, Jay.
May Canada be wealthy and prosperous for us all.
Yeah, that's what we want. Thanks, brother.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
All right, we'll get our last caller on the show here on Mike in the Night. We did a back-to-back. Don't forget to watch last night's episode. Last night's episode was good, too. We had 420. We had 420 man on. He was really good. Talking about quite a few important things. I'm going to show you guys what's going on here. So last night's episode is right here, guys, if you want to catch it right there. Mike in the Night, 643, Monday night special episode. If you missed last night's Mike in the Night, go check it out. And guys, if you want, join our email list, MikeMartins1980@gmail.com, so you don't miss an episode of Mike in the Night. So no complaining, okay? All right, let's get our next caller in. Mike
of the Commonwealth. It's 3 a.m. and something is moving you. Late night truth coming, breaking through. From the city's bright to the countryside view. Yeah, the signal's strong and it's calling you. From a condo high above the skyline row. To a camper park where the cold winds blow. Cabin in the woods where the firelights glow. You feel that rhythm, yeah, you already know. Across the oceans, across the lands, different lives but the same demands. Searching truth and shifting sands. Now you're locked in, yeah, you understand.
Hello?
Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I just don't know if this is on speakerphone or not.
That's perfect. I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, good. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay.
So you're from Moms Resist Canada, right?
That's correct. I'm okay if you want to turn the camera on as well, like my end.
I don't see your camera isn't on. Oh, there it is. Hold on. There you are. Okay, I'll put you up.
Yeah, I like to for you to be able to put a face to the name.
Okay, all right. Let me put it up here for everyone to see. Moms Resist Canada here on Mike in the Night. All right, go ahead.
Okay, yes, thank you so much for having me on, Mike. I'll just give you a brief summary of who we are at Moms Resist. We formed about 4 years ago during COVID times when we saw the government overreach, the effect that the lockdowns were having on children psychologically, developmentally, medical intervention. So it's really mothers that are standing to protect and defend children. Mm-hmm. Now our organization strictly focuses on still protecting children, but to end child exploitation and child trafficking. We have partnered with a lot of groups, and right now across North America, there are over 100 cities that will be marching on April 11th for the Save Our Children demonstration. So I am the state leader for Canada. My website is mumsresist.ca. And currently we have 7 locations in Canada, BC, Winnipeg, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Toronto, Hamilton, Stratford. So we are spreading across Canada. The US has far more groups than we do, but you know, we are growing. We know this is a very important issue, not only here in Canada but globally, and we have an ambitious goal, but that is to save all of our children on this planet.
Good. This child trafficking has been going on for millennia now, and it needs to stop, because everything needs to stop. Everything they're doing needs to stop. I don't give a shit. Everything they're doing, whatever they're doing with immigration, stop it. Whatever they're doing with these fucking wars, stop it. Nobody voted for any of this fucking. Sorry if I'm swearing. No one voted for this shit, right?
No, we need to get loud. We need to take a stand. We need the mothers. We need the mothers, and the fathers and the men. But we are funding this because this is such a hidden underground organization. But now it's been revealed that through the Epstein files, that it really is from the top down, elite, Prince Andrew, you know, the Clintons, Mark Carney, our prime minister, is mentioned 69 times in the Epstein files.
Oh, yeah, but you can't tell that to a liberal, because you say that, they say, no, Donald Trump is. It's like fuck off, man. People need to wake up and smell the coffee, because the fuckery is getting out of hand. And you know what? People are just going to say, you know, enough is enough, and they're going to take it back, and they will take it back, girl.
They will. We will. The power, the one thing that can give people a sense of hope is we are the majority. We are the majority on a massive scale. Only 1% is controlling the entire world.
I think it's less than 1%.
It's but with wealth,
yeah,
with money, it's about 1%. I'm full control is a smaller.
It's the guys that run those guys.
Yes, exactly.
The guys we never know about. The guys that are never on social media, don't even have an email. We're talking about people, like I'm talking, they go into closets with and everything lights up, and they're talking to the fucking devil directly. We're talking about those kind of people. The people that have a, you know, I'm being sarcastic here, but you know what I mean, right?
No, they worship Satan. They worship Lucifer. They drink blood of babies.
Yep, they've been doing that. That was the Bohemian Grove, right? Yeah. Bohemian Grove rituals.
And this, I know this is hard for people to face, but guys, you got to wake up now. You got to wake up now before we lose total control over our children. They are stripping our authority away. And we are at the tipping point where our children will become property of the state, and we will have no rights as parents. I'm begging the world to wake up and listen. This is not political, guys. There's no left versus right. It's non-existent. This is not a political issue. This is a human issue.
Yes.
It's a moral issue. And it is our duty to save all children. No more bombs on children. No more mothers losing their sons in war. No more children going missing. No more industry that profits $236 billion a year annual trafficking our children. We need to stand.
So it's the guys, I have it up here. I already shared the link in all of the that's what the website looks like. Guys, bookmark this. I sent it to you guys on all platforms we're on tonight. Moms Resist Canada, no more stolen childhoods. Show up on April 11, 2026. Find location on poster below. So where's the location?
So our location that I am hosting is in Dundas Square, Dundas Street in Toronto. But if people are looking for other locations in Canada, they're on our website. For the US, you can go to on Instagram, Save Our Children Updates, and get involved in the US. If anybody wants to lead in their country, they can get connected to me, and we will assist. What is so beautiful about this movement, Save Our Children, is it's completely organic. It is a collective. There's no one leader. It's anyone who wants to stand and protect children, just doing it wherever they are, right? We're all different organizations, activists, leaders. Some are just one mother standing on a street corner. So if anybody does want to get involved, please do contact me, and we will do, a Zoom and go from there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's very important. What you're doing is very crucial work. This needs to happen, and it needs to move forward, and it needs to grow, and it needs to. Society needs to accept what has happened, and we need to move forward to fix it. And we need to move forward to punish those involved. And this is, why do you think they passed Bill C-9 today?
So Bill C-9 is, again, to silence us. I'm not sure if you're aware, Mike, but they want to identify predators as minor attracted persons. It's called MAPS. So this is the now socially acceptable term. This was a term that pedophiles used for themselves, and now is being adopted by schools, by society to, it's insane. And we are now going, this is catching fire. This movement's huge. It's growing. They've even flagged and removed the hashtag, which is ours, the Save Our Children movement. Hashtag Save Our Children March has now been removed because it goes against community guidelines. They are trying to silence us. This is the line, guys. This is the line. Not everything else you're thinking. It's this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to hold that line.
Yes.
And you got to hold it strong, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I really, really, really appreciate what you're doing. And how many members, how many people roughly do you think you have?
Within my organization?
Yeah, roughly.
400 around there.
So 400 people. You send out something on the internet, and then you get 400 shares. Let's say you get 400 shares on something. That's a lot of views. That's a lot of timelines.
Well, I did citizen journalism. I've interviewed some of the top doctors worldwide. Peter McCullough. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. I've interviewed Jimmy Levy. So I have a journalism page separate from Moms Resist. So on my Instagram, I have about 5,000 followers on Moms Resist. But on my independent journalism page, which is very censored, I have 62,000 followers. Mm-hmm. So I have a pretty good reach, but I need as much help as I can get because I'm so shadow banned and just spreading the word. God bless you, Mike, so much. Thank you so much.
You have no idea what shadow ban means. I have I think it's 110,000 followers on YouTube. I can't get 50 views on a video.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
And when I start bringing up the Fast and Furious stuff, like probably many people have never heard of, with Obama and the gun running into Mexico for drugs because the Mexicans were talking about getting their own oil in their own country, and Obama turned around and sold them guns to the cartels. Like, once people start finding, that's why we've been hidden for so many years, is because we don't have boundaries here, right? Mm-hmm. So we just go in, it was this guy, or it was like, I ask straight up, why is this guy even in the country? What was he doing here? Why is he here? Like, but no one asks those kind of questions. Like, well, why are these pedophiles even allowed to exist amongst us? If I was going to put it in this term, why are they even allowed to exist?
Do you know that? So one of the initiatives that we're working on, it's on our website, is to make the National Sex Offender Registry public.
Right. In the States, it is.
Well, exactly. So why are we I am all for protecting the victims and their identities. But why are we also protecting the predators? Why are we not making our communities safe? The reoffend rate is 1 in 4. These are high risk, very sick individuals. I sat in court a couple of weeks ago for the case of Jonathan Jeffrey Alstead, which has a publication ban, so I can't speak too much to that. But he is an absolute monster for the crimes he's committed against children. And he likely will not get very many years. There was a man who brutally raped a 3-year-old to the point where the 3-year-old needed reconstructive surgery. You want to know how many years he got here in Canada? 3
years.
So they're putting these people back into your neighborhoods, and they're not letting you know where they live. They're not warning the community. Your children are at serious risk here, guys. And our next call to action, so aside from other things that we do, we have other initiatives. So Jonathan Jeffrey Alstead's pre-sentencing hearing will take place on May 15th in St. Catharines, Ontario, at the St. Catharines Courthouse at 10 a.m., courtroom 5. If you do reside in that area, we do need as many people to show up in court. Obviously, we are abiding by the laws and the etiquette of the courtroom, and we're sitting there respectfully, as difficult as it's going to be to hear these things. And I warn you that if you can't handle really hard, horrible things, don't go. But this is his pre-sentencing hearing. We need to show the judge and the world that there is public interest. We know about him. We know the stories. We care about the children. And we also need to put that pressure on the judge to show Jonathan Jeffrey Alstead no leniency. So again, these are the things, Mike, I think parents are just not aware of. So one of the things, like our 3 major points with Moms Resist is to create awareness, empower parents, and protect children.
Right. 100%. So we got I just shared your link on Instagram. So guys, wherever you're watching this, please follow the Instagram page of Moms Resist, and please respectfully go on there. And there's a lot of posts. I'm seeing the posts here right now. So it's a very active page. So if you guys could please, out of respect, go to this Instagram page that I just sent you, and please follow it.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. God bless you, brother. I'm Portuguese. My dad's from Lisbon and my mom's from Terceira.
Oh, mas você fala português?
Eu falo português bocadinho. Não falo muito bem, mas eu falo bocadinho.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. It's good. It's kind of strange. Like we had you on Portuguese, and then Jay that called in was Portuguese.
Oh wow, it's a
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, but yeah, when I was growing up, like in Toronto, if we told our employers we were Portuguese, they'd fire us. It was really bad. I'm not kidding you. It was really bad. And especially during the great deportations of 2006, 7, and 8, when they were deporting Portuguese that came in 2000 for a path to citizenship.
I know.
And then 2006, 7, and 8, the new government came in and just deported everything Donald Trump's doing with the migrants. Canada did the same thing, and they took down all the articles from the Sunday Sun, the Toronto Star, the Globe and Mail, all the deportations of Portuguese at Archbishop Romero Catholic High School, Dufferin Mall shutting down, all the stuff they did to the Portuguese. They deleted all the articles. I still have the links to the articles, but it goes to their website, but it doesn't open. It says, oops, that article's been taken down.
It's all the politicians are corrupt. They're selected, not elected.
Oh, we know that. I even think we coined that term back in 2012 on the channel. They're all these people. No one's on your side. No one's there to fix it. No one's here no one's coming to save us but ourselves.
That's right. That's right. God is with us.
Biblical intervention. I've been talking about that for years now. And I honestly think we're coming to one. I think we're going to be coming to some sort of weird something that's going to stop everyone in their friggin' tracks and say, what the fuck? And it's not going to be a war. It's going to be something big. Mark my words.
This is written. This is in the historic texts. This is a spiritual battle between good and evil. We are up against the most evil. If you are committing these crimes against children, you are the worst kind of evil. So those of us who are fighting are doing God's work, and God leads. but God is, we win. Good wins. So
Well, the good prevails over bad all the time. You know that, right?
absolutely.
In every movie we watch, like 99% of movies we watch, the good always prevails over evil. Everyone goes home at the end, and everyone's happy. Some one way or another, someone gets satisfied, and the good always wins, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, amen.
But yeah, what time is it there? Midnight, right?
Almost. Yeah. Where are you?
I'm in BC.
Oh, you're in BC. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. So I'm in BC. I'm in a small mountain town.
Okay, so there's one in Nanaimo, BC, on April 11th.
Okay, that's very far from me.
Okay.
That's on the other side of the
Well,
almost. Yeah,
maybe there will be somebody closer to you that comes
yeah.
on.
Organize something. But
Yeah.
yeah. Is there anything else you want to tell us? Anything else we need to know about the rally? Is there anything people should know what to bring? Is there anything you could any information you need to tell us?
Yeah, so please go on to momsresist.ca and sign the petition to make
Okay.
the National Offender Registry public. This will be brought to the House of Commons in Ottawa. And yeah, just all of the information regarding next initiatives, our event will all be on the website. So momsresist.ca. And if you want to get involved, please reach out. We need all the help and all the beautiful souls on deck. So
do you guys have some sort of like a GoFundMe to help fund the?
So we are a nonprofit. We just, created this. So one of my partners, so Moms Resist is a partnership. And one of my partners we have to go to the bank and create a bank account. And then once that's done, then we can start taking donations, and we will be able to provide tax receipts. And that should be, this should be done within the next 2 weeks.
Perfect. Yeah, get that done. Give me a link. Get me. I'll promote it for you. Until I'll keep promoting it until your rally, and then hopefully you can get some funds there to help out, because you're obviously you're on the right side of things, right? So you're definitely on the right side of things, and this is what we promote here on Mike in the Night. Guys, you see, I don't get a lot of guests on the show when it comes to getting guests on the show, but this is a guest that's very important because she's bringing a very important message, and this message needs to be heard whether you like it or not, and someone's going to have to sound, because no one knocks off a kid in my town and gets away with it. No one knocks off our children and gets away with it. It's done. We're done with this shit. We're done.
There's a mother I spoke to, a beautiful mother the other day, Nassim. Her daughter was drugged, and I can't talk too much about it because it's an investigation, but I will say she was 16 and the man accused is 60 years old.
Wow.
And she married her daughter. Do you know what it's like to speak to a mom like that, knowing that he's not even in custody? Do you know what that conversation was like? As a mother of two daughters, I cannot even fathom what she's going through. It's a mother's worst nightmare. Wow. We need to stand with these mothers and their children and these victims and the children that are in these child trafficking rings that are praying for you to fight for them. Mm-hmm. They're praying for you. They're crying out for you. They're saying, when is someone going to come and help me?
There's a lot.
Let that be now.
Yeah. There's a lot of big stars out there too that I heard of that were having porn rings going on and cam girls and holding their passports and promising them the world. When they got there, they hold their passports in a safe and they get them, well, you're going to have to work off your flight and everything here. And I'm not going to mention this person because this person is very famous. And I'll tell you offline who it is. This person's very famous. And he was holding girls' passports. I'm talking about 65, 85 passports.
Oh, my God.
And they were doing cam shows and they were doing sex shows. They were doing all kinds of shit. And this went on for about, I think, 11 years. And there's nothing. And this person's been on big talk shows with big. And I'm like, that guy's on this talk show? But what about all the passports he held for all these women, and they have proof of? They have they have video proof of it. So I'm really this needs to come to an end. This shit needs to this shit needs to end. You know, it needs to come to because enough is enough, right?
Like, if not now, when?
It needs to, because it just inherits. It becomes an idea, then it sparks, and then other fuckers start doing the same shit, right? Right. Other people start doing the same shit with their demented minds. A lot of these people should be in getting help. You right?
So. Sorry, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, I think your internet's slightly cut off there.
Okay.
No, a lot of these people need mental help. You know what the sad part about it is too? A lot of these people go in asking for help because they think there's something wrong with them, and then they don't even get diagnosed or put in a facility and get checked out too. You know that?
I can't hear you very well, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, okay. I got my audio here is working, but okay. Anyways, what we'll do is I'll let you go for now. We'll get you back on, okay, in a week or two to update us on what's going on, please.
100%. Thank you so much for having me, Mike. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you for coming. Bye.
No problem. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night. All right, guys. Here it is right here for you folks. Moms Resist Canada. There it is right there. Moms Resist Canada.ca. I'm going to give you the link again. I gave you guys the Instagram. Someone just signed it. Someone just said they signed it. Good. Thank you for signing that. There we go. Thank you for signing that, guys. I really appreciate that. Oh, here we go. It's Mike in the Night. Never a dull moment here. Never a dull moment on Mike in the Night. Yeah, very good guest. Very, very good guests. I don't get too many. I got regulars. You guys, my regulars come on the show a lot. Updating us. Eduardo comes on. You know, Linny Poo, whatever. Come on, whatever, right? But we don't get too many guests, and it's really good to have a guest, especially when we're on their side. Especially when they're fighting the good fight. Especially when they're doing God's work. All right, guys. I am going to start wrapping things up here tonight on Mike in the Night. You've been here almost 3 hours. Next week, we're going to get No Way Jose back on the show. Hopefully, we can get Eduardo back on. And then, we're going to get Dino Bravo on too. Mike, call me if you want. We're going to get Dino Bravo on next week, if he's available next Monday. I'm just trying to think who else we could get on. I'm just trying to think who we can get on the show next week. But we'll line up a good show for you next Monday here on Mike in the Night. Okay, let me just let me get some Mike in the Night music to... Let's get some Mike in the Night music here to send off you guys. Get some glasses here.
Transmission intercepted. For 3 hours. Signal detected. Mike in the Night. It's 3 a.m. Screen still glows. Satellites watching below. Red lights blinking on every street. Truth buried 6 feet deep. Paper signed in quiet rooms. Deals made under crescent moons. Digital chains you never see. But something in you wants to break free. They say it's safe. They say it's fine. But why's that camera watching mine? Clock hits free.
Thank you, PDS10. Thank you, Sandy for Freedom. Thank you, Diablo 1963. Thank you, Dejana. Dino Bravo. Thank you. Luna J. Parker, thank you. B. Banger, B. Bangor, thank you.
Baseline truth, all at your fires. No more silence, no more talking. I have spoken. Bank accounts tracked every swipe. Data mined from every type. Algorithm knows your face, predicting every move you make. Borders blur, control expands. Digital cuffs on steady hands, but in the dark the people wake. Feel the system start to shake. Eyes up, wake up, speak up, stand up. They fear the ones who see the play. They fear the ones who won't obey. Fight, fight, fight. 3 a.m. that's when you know. Fight, fight, fight. The quiet truth begins to.
Mike Martin's signing off for episode 644 of Mike of the Night. Take care, and if you can't take care, stay safe. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.
Piercing through the alibis, midnight message unbroken. I have spoken. When the world sleeps, the real talk starts. When the lights dim, we reveal the parts. Not red or blue, not left or right, just raw transmission. My